Joins us for that, and Dan Hurley as well, as we get ready for Texas and UConn on a Friday night in Hartford from Brown, Pendarris, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV.
Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Many college football teams will have a new look and feel this season after taking advantage of the transfer portal. What if you could do the same when it comes to your banking? Dime Bank, a recognized leader in community banking, is welcoming new customers ready to make their own transfer to convenience, innovative products and services, greater access to local lending, and most importantly, a better overall banking experience. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank. Community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
The Huskies live here. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message.
The countdown to tip-off continues with a check of scores from around the Big East and college basketball. Let's go inside the Learfield Network studios.
UConn and Texas take center stage on a light night around college basketball. The Huskies, the only ranked team on the hardwood this evening. The only other Big East team in action is Sean Miller's former team, Xavier. They're at home against Missouri State. So far, the Musketeers locked in a tough battle against the Bears. It's 25-24. X in the lead with 3 minutes left to play until halftime in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, the top-ranked women's basketball team travels cross-country to face number 16 Southern California tomorrow at 5:30. Coverage begins on the UConn Sports Network at 5 o'clock. Huskies and the Longhorns coming up. Let's send it back to Mike Crispino in Hartford for tonight's Full Court Press.
With Sean Miller. Here with Don Memoria, the Hartford Current, the Full Court Press. Let's talk about transfer heaven. Dalen Swain came from Xavier with Sean Miller to Texas. Does that make it easier in a way for coaches to make jumps like that? They can bring some of their team from that they've coached before.
Well, I think the important thing, Mike, is that it makes it easier for players when they commit to somebody and the rug is kind of pulled out for them. I had a nice conversation this week with Bo Polston, who's the quarterback that was a top recruit at Toledo, and he had been committed to Toledo for a year and a half, and when Jason Candle moved to UConn, he immediately pivoted to UConn, even though he had never been here. And his comment to me was, I committed to the people. And I think that's what's going on. You're seeing it in basketball and football. This kid committed to play for Sean Miller. And I remember back in the days when these things weren't so above board. The story goes that some of the more slick coaches out there would say, "Hey, commit to me. I'll be somewhere." And that seems to be what's going on here.
All right, UConn's owned 4 of the past 14 NCAA titles. They're not number 1 now. They're number 5. Arizona's number 1. The last Western school to win the title 29 years ago was Arizona. What does it mean to be number 1 in December, if anything?
It means nothing except a lot of, conversation on social media. Was UConn number 1 any of the years that they won the championship? I mean, it's what's it based on? If you're number 1 at the start of the year and you don't lose, you don't get knocked out. It doesn't mean anything to be number 1 on March 1st. That's fortunately in basketball we have a 64-team tournament, and there's no gray area who's number 1 at the end, and that's where all that really matters.
All right, Big East play starts next week. Butler here in this building. Who's the most important Husky going into that series of games? Would it be the veteran guys like Reed, Caravan Ball, or maybe some of these young youngsters like Mullins and Malachi Smith. He's not young, but his first experience against Big East.
Well, with Reed missing some time and Ryba developing the way he has, UConn's got two centers there. But the guy that I think is the difference maker for UConn in any game, but particularly in the Big East, because we've only seen the surface scratched, is Braylon Mullins. I think they have a lot of very good players, a lot of even better than very good players. But the one player they have with the potential to be truly great is Braylon Mullins. We've only seen glimpses of it in these last few games. So I think he's the guy that he could be the difference between going, maybe going 14-6 or 15-5, or maybe going 18-2, 19-1 in the Big East if he plays the way everyone thinks he's capable of and what we've seen glimpses of. So to me, he's the it guy for me going into this part of the season.
It's going to be exciting either way. I'm looking forward to seeing Mullins too get to play regular minutes over the next few months. All right, Dom, thanks. Appreciate the visit.
All right, you got it, Mike, anytime.
That's Dom O'More, and that's the Full Court Press. Back with more of the Scouting Report. Wayne Norman has that. We continue our coverage of UConn basketball from Learfield.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JV Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JV Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Laz Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Laz Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Laz Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn Athletics.
From the Berkshires to the Long Island Sound, this is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's time to take a closer look at today's opponent in the Scouting Report. Brought to you by Hart Auto Group. You gotta drive Hart. HartCars.com. Here's Wayne Norman.
Texas is 7-3 after beating Southern University 95-69 on Monday, bouncing back from a lopsided home loss to Virginia 88-69. First-year Texas head coach Sean Miller is still smarting over that loss.
We got beat badly. We got beat by a better team. We got beat from start to finish. Leading into the UConn game, it's this. When you play against the best, it starts with effort and energy and all-out effort. That doesn't mean you run around and just foul people on defense or you run real fast and take ridiculous, bad, quick shots. But it's, ball pressure, deflections, being sound the last 10 seconds of the shot clock, which is big against UConn. Not having that one player break where, man, you just played really well and together in a connected way defensively for 20 seconds. but you weren't able to finish the possession. That's effort in basketball. And being able to sustain it. The other night against Southern, I'll give you a great example. Points per possession into half. And again, forget who we're playing. We were sitting there defensively at like 0.75. And that's really good. Like, they had a difficult time scoring against our defense for the first 20 minutes. But the second half, they scored 1.25 points per possession. That's really, really bad. We ran out there with the same team. Again, effort is, can you keep doing it? Can you do it after halftime? Can you do it at the end of the game, at the end of the clock? So I think that's our focus going into the UConn game. Some of what I just talked about is what we've learned about our group post Virginia. And, we could talk about scheme. We could talk about a lot of different things. But I think the hardest thing as a coach to get across to the team and the players is, do you truly understand what it is to play with amazing effort, especially on the defensive end?
But now Miller, who coached against UConn with Xavier last year, turns his attention to the Huskies.
Well, I think when you play UConn, it starts in transition, where although if you look at their tempo, it reflects a team that's very deliberate, but they usually break their games open in transition off of their defense. They hunt 3-point shots, they share the ball, and they have the ability to really just have a burst or multiple pockets in the game where they go on a 6-0, 8-0, 10-2 run. And when you look at the reason why, they get block shots, steals, stops, and they're great at pushing the pace and sharing the ball, and in particular, killing you with 3-point shots off of your misses. So got to run good offense, got to take care of the ball, and you have to get back. You can't allow them to create those opportunities in transition. When they're in the half court, they do more screening off the ball than maybe any college team. So a lot like Virginia, they break you in the last 10 seconds. So in transition, it's fast. In the half court, it's super slow. It's deliberate, a lot of screening. And really what they can do is, the old adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link. They have the ability in their half court to pick on a guy who can't do it. And that guy oftentimes lets his team down. So, that consistency, that toughness in the half court, they really make you defend them 5-on-5. Third part for them is when oftentimes they don't have a great shooting night, they're really good on the offensive glass, physical. They're relentless. They get second shots. Those are three things that any team wants to have. Usually a team's good in transition, maybe not as good in half court, or they're really good in the half court, but they don't really look to run. UConn does both, and then usually if you do both, you don't really get second shots. They do that as well. So they have constant pressure on your defense from the opening tip to the final buzzer. And, you have to be about it. You have to understand the challenge that's in front of you. And then on defense, they play with amazing effort. They will foul. They will block shots. They will get steals. And you have to be able to take care of the ball against their pressure, especially on their home court. When the teams that I've had have played well against UConn, we've checked the box in all four of those areas. And look, we've played some great games against them. Last year, for example, we lost in double overtime in Hartford, and we beat them at home. A year earlier, I don't even want to talk about it. My first year at Xavier, we actually beat them twice at UConn and at home, and that was their first national championship. So we've had the ability to play great games against them, but there's no coach and there's no program that I respect more than UConn and Dan Hurley.
That's Texas coach Sean Miller at Wednesday's press conference. Next up, Mike Crispino talks to UConn coach Dan Hurley. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, this is UConn basketball on Learfield.
At M&T Bank, we believe in making banking simple for our customers, like we did for Margarita, the CEO of Mas Panadas, a woman-owned empanada company.
M&T has taken a significant weight off her shoulders with their tools, their support. I don't want to be worried about banking and worrying about my finances just not running smoothly. And if there's any snag, that I can just grab the phone and call and get help.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together. Member FDIC.
It's the Monaco Ford year-end sales event, and the deals are bigger than ever.
Right now, get 0% for 60 months, 0 down, no payments for 90 days, available on most Ford models.
That's right. Drive today, pay later, and experience 90 days free of the latest Ford technology with Ford Blue Cruise.
Shop our wide selections of F-150s, Super Duties, and SUVs online or in person in Glastonbury or Niantic. Our team is guaranteed to help you find the perfect Ford.
Don't wait. These year-end deals won't last long, so visit us today or shop online at monacoford.com.
Heard from Bridgeport to Willimantic. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
It's time to check in with UConn head coach Dan Hurley. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Make your move. Live your life. Connect with the top orthopedic specialists at oahct.com. With the coach, here's Mike Crispino.
Dan, having Terrace Reed available, fifth time in 10 games the other night at the Garden, that kind of opened up the playbook early, especially. Does that help set an important tone in these games going forward, do you think?
Well, I mean, versus very good defense, we shot 50% from the field, so that's kind of hard to do. So, yeah, it improves our offense, it improves our defense, it improves our rebounding. It gives us a more diverse offense, and, it just gives us an opportunity to put pressure on the paint, which is what's going to get everyone better threes.
Braylon Mullins, 4 games now, averaging about 15 minutes, but his ability to produce instant offense, that might be a huge boost as we get into the Big East, do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, we need him to just play well. I mean, we need the offense, we need the defense, we need him on the backboard. We just need him on the court, get more comfortable. And again, he's another player that his presence on the court, especially at the offensive end, it's going to open things up for others.
Yeah, Husky fans know all about Alex Caravan, obviously, and what he's capable of. He's proving more than ever, though, it seems to me, the timing's kind of everything. When he makes plays in big games, they're important times. That's the thing of beauty.
He's been doing it his whole career. That's why he's as accomplished a player he is. One of the winningest players, in modern college basketball history. And he's, obviously he's a clutch performer. He makes so many winning plays. He does so many things that, are way beyond the stats. But it's also too, he's the points that he scores in games are usually critical ones.
Texas now, their senior guard, Jordan Pope, he's kind of point guard you kind of look for, right? 31 assists, only 6 turnovers. Shoots threes pretty well, too.
Yeah, big-time shooter. He's part of the big three. Obviously, the center is, he's a load and just doing a great job, on the point guard and on the center. And then obviously we got our guy, from Swain that we're, very familiar with. So that big 3+ mark, we got to do a good job with.
Yeah, Dalen Swain came from Xavier with Sean Miller. Best scorer, dangerous defender, too. He leads them with 16 steals.
Yeah, he's aggressive. He's a big wing, and he's a guy that played really well against us there last year in that close loss. And he's their best player. He's their go-to guy on the perimeter. We got to keep him out of the paint. We can't let him cut us or get on the offensive glass. And when he gets the ball in transition, we really got to load to him.
Yeah, and you mentioned the big guy, 7-footer Mattis Volkaitis. Besides being 7'1", he averages 16. He shoots 80% from...
of the 6-time national champions. This is UConn Huskies men's basketball.
Kicks in the far corner, Stewart again. And Stewie's got 3 of them. 3 triples by Stewart.
Play-by-play coverage of today's game is sponsored by Blasfly Airport Parking. We've got lots to offer. Lippincott Van Lines, the definition of moving excellence. M&T Bank, proud to be the official bank of the UConn Huskies and a leader in small business loans in Connecticut. SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of UConn basketball. Find tickets to UConn games and more. SeatGeek. UConn Health, delivering care that changes the game for Husky athletes and for everyone. Xerox, delivering top-tier workplace tech solutions from advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. And by WFSB, trust Connecticut's largest, most experienced team of meteorologists. The First Alert Weather Team, only on Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Gives to Caravan. Caravan sets and fires a 3. Bang! He got it! Oh! Alex the Great!
We're minutes away from tip-off. Let's go to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location. Alongside Wayne Norman, here's Mike Crispino.
UConn and Texas here at People's Bank Arena, $15,495 on hand. The Huskies coming in number 5 in the country at 9-1. Starting lineups brought to you by M&T Bank, proud to be the official bank of the UConn Huskies and a leader in small business loans in Connecticut. Texas, coached by Sean Miller in his first season with the Longhorns, starts Jordan Pope. Where's number 0? 6'1", 180 senior guard from Oakley, California. Dalen Swain is a 6'8 forward, 225, a junior from Columbus, Ohio, transferred with Sean Miller from Xavier. Camden Heide, 6'7 forward, he's a junior. Heide in the starting lineup along with Modis Fotakaitis, who is a 7-foot center, a sophomore from Lithuania. And Tremont Mark, 6'5 guard. He's a grad from, weighs 210 from Dickinson, Texas. For UConn, 9-1, coming in. Solo Ball, junior guard, 6'4", 200, Leesburg, Virginia. Silas Demery Jr., a junior guard, 6'4", 195, Raleigh, North Carolina. Terrace Reed, senior center, 6'11", 265, St. Louis, Missouri. Alex Caravan, redshirt senior forward, 6'8", 230, Southborough, Mass. Braylon Mullins, freshman, gets his first start as a Husky. He's a guard, 6'6", 196 from Greenfield, Indiana. Wayne Norman's keys to the game. Opening tip coming up following 10 seconds for station ID. And these messages presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Listen closely. Did you hear that? That's the sound of employees being productive. They're so efficient because they partnered with Xerox to manage workplace technology. From advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions, our local experts ensure your business runs smoothly. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. Xerox. We make work work.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the UConn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the UConn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
This is UConn men's basketball. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location.
Texas was picked 9th in the preseason SEC media poll. Florida was picked to finish first. The Longhorns lost 3 starters from last year's 19-16 team that lost in the first 4 to Xavier. Xavier's coach, Sean Miller, is now the Texas head coach. Texas is 7-3, losing to Duke, Arizona State, and Virginia. They're a good offensive team. They shoot and rebound well. They've got good size up front. Defense has been their Achilles heel. They run well, and they get to the line a lot. Keys for UConn tonight. Number 1, rebound. Be faster to everything. Texas number 8 in the nation in rebound margin at plus 12.4. Xavier transfer, 6'9", Lucina Traore, is the leading rebounder at 7 a game. He comes off the bench. Another Xavier transfer, 6'8", Dalen Swain, gets 6.9 a game. And 7-footer Matus Vokatitis gets 6.6. Keep them off the offensive glass. Number 2, contain Vokatitis. He's the leading scorer, but unlike Florida's Thomas Houck Tuesday, he doesn't play away from the basket, and he's not a three-point threat. And keep him off the foul line where he goes a lot. And number 3, transition defense and ball screen defense. Jordan Pope and Camden Heide are the biggest three-point threats Texas likes to run. Keys of the game brought to you by Sullivan Automotive Group, where Braylon Mullen shops. Drive like a champion with Sullivan Automotive. 8 brands and 4 locations in Torrington and Avon. Online at sullivanautomotive.com.
Thank you, Wayne. One other note on that rebounding by Texas. Offensive rebounds, they've been in double figures 7 of the 10 games they played, and they had 18 offensive rebounds against Duke. So they really crashed the boards. UConn's got to do a good job on the boards tonight. Opening tap of the game, sponsored by Trantolo & Trantolo, Connecticut's personal injury law firm. The officials, Pat Driscoll, Matt Potter, Joe Lindsay. Texas wins the tip, and they work in the front court right where the UConn bench is. Out front, it's Dalen Swain, guarded by Caravan on the left sideline. Starts to his right. He's a lefty, but has a good right-hand handle. Pumps it down low to Vokatitis, who missed a layup. And a rebound by Solo Ball. I mean, he was point blank, and he couldn't get it to go.
Terrace Reed was out hedging, so that left Caravan to defend the 7-footer.
All right, here's Ball out front court left to Silas Demery on the left sideline. Doubled for the moment. Demery fires right to Ball. Long 3 by Solo. Off the right rim, no good. Rebounded by Vokatitis, and he hands it over to Jordan Pope. Pope quickly to the front court, top of the arc. Fires it right in the hands of Dalen Swain. Swain, one bounce down low to Vokatitis, and he puts up a wild shot, and he gets Reed holding him, and a foul called by Joe Lindsay. That rip-under move that I hate, Wayne. I think it's just a fake basketball move, and that time Joe Lindsay bid on it, the official, and 2 free throws coming up for Vokatitis.
He was posted up on the right baseline and had the ball off of his left hip, and he quickly brought the ball to his right hip, and that's where Terrace Reed's hand was. And I don't think Reed reached in. I think that Vokatitis brought the ball to Reed, and Reed made contact, got the foul.
I'm totally with you. He makes the first free throw. He's been there 80 times on the season. 80 free throws in 10 games. That's 8 a game.
And in Monday's win over Southern University, 14 of 14 from the line, career highs in both categories.
He's from Lithuania, 7 foot, 255. Second free throw up, short. Rebounded, though, by Heide. And he gives to Swain, who drives inside, and he lays it in. Tremont Mark with the layup. And Mark, the grad forward, gives Texas a 3-0 lead. All right, Demery, front court left, out front to Mullins. Mullins up the high screen of Reed, gives back to Reed, top of the arc. Reed with a backdoor cut, Caravan. Caravan dunks it with 2 hands. 3-2, Texas. And back to the front court, Tremont Mark. Out front it comes to Heide. They work on the right sideline to Swain. Swain behind the moving screen of Vokatitis. And can't shake loose. Fires it outside of Mark. They work the left sideline to Heide, guarded by Mullins. Fires it right to Tremont Mark. He's got ball in front of him. They're going to go pick and roll. He drives on ball, puts up a floater. Got it. Left-handed. Nice shot. And Texas leads it 5-2 early. Demery, front court left on the right sideline to Ball. Ball kicks it left to Demery. Outside the arc, Silas to the cutting Caravan, double team, back to Demery. Demery in the paint, little pull-up is good. 10-footer from straight away by Silas. 5-4 Texas. We're 2 minutes in.
That's when he's at his best. Dribble, penetrate, get inside the lane.
Yeah, he's a good mid-range shooter. And here's a drive by Texas. Missed shot by Dalen Swain. Comes loose. Did not hit the rim. They pump it down low to Vokatitis. He's got Reed on his hip, and they steal it. Caravan comes up with it. Vokatitis crying for a foul. He's already weeping. And here's Demery. Outside of Caravan, right sideline Mullins. Down low to Reed. Reed working on Vokatitis. He's doubled. He gives him the same move, and he gets the call. The rip under. And so Terrace Reed will go to the line to shoot two.
It's like
this is going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's like we're watching a mirror image of what happened. It was the same thing where Vokatitis is pretty much standing still, and Reed had the ball on his left hip, brought the ball to the right side, and bumped into the hand of Vokatitis, who gets foul number one. He commits the most fouls on this Texas team.
All right, Terrace makes the first free throw. And UConn has tied it up at 5 apiece. Reed, on the season, that was his 29th free throw. He's made 19, so he's got to improve his free throw shooting percentage. It's just over 64 right now.
You talked about the Texas offensive rebounding. Right off the bat, 3-1 rebounding Texas. 2 of those are offensive rebounds.
All right, Reed got the bounce off the front rim, and it drops in. 6-5 UConn. 17:20 to go in the first half. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman. About 20 rows up behind the UConn bench here at People's Bank Arena. Texas front court right. From the free throw line, Swain, a little fadeaway is good. Tremont Mark again. Mark the lefty, able to hit it, and Texas leads 7-6.
He's 3 for 3 from the floor.
Here's Demery between the rings. He's guarded on the drive inside, and a shot blocked. Mullins picks up the loose ball. He's out on the right sideline, gives the Caravan back to Mullins for 3. Oh, he drilled it. Oh, baby. That was from Trumbull Street. And UConn leads 9-7. That's what he can do. He's got a tremendous range. Mullins with a triple. Now Texas front court right. Swain with it. Gives it up out front to Mark. Guarded by Ball. Tries to blow by Ball. Goes to a fadeaway. Another one in and out. And rebounded by Demery. And Demery runs to the front court right to left. Top of the arc. Demery puts it on the floor. Left wing gives to Caravan. Down low to Reed. They double Reed. He backs away from the double team. Fires cross court to Mullins. Mullins works baseline. Puts the jumper up. And out and in. Oh, so Braylon Mullins. Little instant 5 points in a row. And UConn leads 11-7. Jordan Pope, front court, leaves it on a bounce for Dalen Swain. Out front it comes to Lucina Traore. Now Heidi has the top of the key. They work it down low to Traore. He's working on Reed. Digs a left shoulder in. Puts up a little floater. In and out. Rebounded by Caravan. Caravan outlet to Demery. Runs it to the front court. To our left on the right sideline. Silas. Left-hand dribble between the rings. Picked up on a switch by Mark. Gets it back on the left wing. Pick and roll the ball. And Ball throws it down. And UConn, excellent pick and roll offense. Our Monaco Ford Championship drive, courtesy of Monaco Ford in Glastonbury and Niantic. Shop like a champion and online anytime at MonacoFord.com.
2 dunks early on for UConn. 4th dunk of the year for Ball.
13-7 UConn. Trying to make a move, Swain on the baseline, and an offensive foul. He ran over Solo Ball, and that gets us to the first time out. Under 16 minutes is UConn, 13-7, the lead over Texas. Husky Hoops brought to you in part by UConn Health. We're delivering care that changes the game for Husky athletes and everyone. On the 7-0 run, UConn's lead is 6. 13-7 from Brown, Penderas, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
At M&T Bank, we're continuously working to provide value to our customers. Like Lou, the CEO of UFOS, a revolutionary footwear brand.
I think the thing I like most about working with M&T Bank is knowing they care. They sincerely care about us as a company. It's not just about the business transaction. They personally care about our business and our success and would make decisions that go above and beyond to achieve that.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together. Member FDIC.
Hey, Husky fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. Let's go Huskies! SeatGeek.
The UConn Huskies are on the air. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location.
Now listen during our broadcast for our Dime of the Game, presented by Dime Bank. Community Banking lives here. UConn, 49 years in this building. Now it's called the People's Bank Arena. We call it the Vault. UConn, 307 wins here, 106 losses over all those years.
Well, on that pregame press conference we played from Sean Miller, one thing he talked about was the fear of UConn going on runs. He specifically mentioned going on an 11-2 run. Hello, that's what we got right now. UConn has scored the last 7 points, and they were down 5-2. Now they're up 13-7. That's an 11-2 run for the Huskies, who've hit their last 3 shots, and 5 of the last 6. They are 5 of 7 from the floor. Braylon Mullins getting his first start of the regular season. And again, the freshman from Indiana would have been the starter before the ankle injury. Remember, in that first exhibition game at Mohegan Sun, which seems like about a year ago, against Boston College, he started that game. The ankle injury came in practice after that. So he's wasting no time producing. Got an offensive rebound. Dan Hurley mentioned to you, Mike, on the pregame interview that he's a good rebounder. He got the offensive rebounder of a Demery miss, and then he made a three-pointer. And then right after that, he put a little baseline jumper up from the right side that thought about it for a while before dropping through. That thing went a full 360 around the rim. So early on, the freshman, Braylon Mullins, coming up with a big effort. So you look at what UConn has done in these first 10-plus games of the year and the impact that freshmen have had. Eric Ryba able to do a solid job filling in for Terrace Reed Jr., and now Braylon Mullins getting a start and quickly scoring 5 of UConn's first 13 points.
And Ryba will come in the game, and he'll replace Terrace Reed. Jalen Stewart will come in the ball game. He replaces Solo Ball, and Braylon Mullins stays in with Alex Caravan and Silas Demery Jr.
And important to note that it was Jalen Stewart who did not get the start tonight when Mullins did get the start.
UConn playing Texas for the 12th time in the history of the two schools. 8 wins for the Huskies, 3 losses. This is Demery, front court left, being guarded by Jordan Pope between the rings. At the point, Demery skips it right to Mullins. Mullins drives and bounces down low to Ryba. They double the center right away. Ryba now kicks back to Demery. Down to 8 seconds to shoot. Silas in trouble. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it to Ryba, and they steal. Here comes Texas on a run out. Dalen Swain attacks Stewart, who blocked the shot, but a foul is called on Jalen. And so that will put Dalen Swain on the line, where he has gone 30 of 36 this season. He averages 16 points a game.
Something else that Coach Miller was talking about in that press conference on Wednesday was UConn's ability to get points as the shot clock's running down. You play 25 seconds of good defense, and they find a way to score. It was happening on that sequence, but Demery made a bad pass because he was closely guarded, and eventually this Texas possession winds up in free throws.
Yeah, Swain makes the first, gets the second one, and that one rims in and out, and it's rebounded by Ryba. 13-8 UConn, 14.5 to go in the first half. Here's Demery, front court left on the right sideline to Stewart. Kicks it back to Demery in the left wing outside the arc. Gives to Ryba, the high post right. Gets it back on a handoff. Now Caravan for 3 straight away. It's short. Off the front rim. Rebounded by Swain. Texas in their road orange uniforms. On the run, Swain cut off by Demery. Can't get a shot off. Now he goes to a fadeaway. It's no good. And UConn's Ryba and Caravan both touched it, but it went out of bounds. And it'll be Texas ball. So Demery comes out now, and Malachi Smith comes in. And Malachi at 6'1" always has a mismatch size-wise, but not in terms of intensity. Here tonight, he plays against a man his size. Jordan Pope is 6'1" as well, and he'll guard the point guard for Texas. They inbound it to Heidi, who gets it to Pope. Little runner by Pope on the right sideline, goes in from 8 feet away, and Texas back within 3, 13-10. Pope gets his first bucket. Now front court left, it's Malachi Smith on the right sideline. Starts to his left. A lot of switching with the Texas defense. Caravan for 3. Bang! He got it on the left wing. Caravan delivers a triple, and UConn's lead is 6, 16-10. 13.5 to go in the first.
Malachi Smith, 9 assists on Tuesday against Florida. Right away, comes off the bench and gets the assist on the 3 by Caravan.
Simeon Wilshire is in the ballgame. The transfer from St. John's. They go down to Okatitis. He's working on Ryba. He pounds him. He lifts it up, elbow, and a foul is called by Matt Potter. And Volkatitis got away with one that time. He threw a left elbow. He definitely threw it, and Dan Hurley is absolutely correct about this. I mean, he just shoved Ryba. No way.
You can hear the crowd reaction to show the replay on the big screen.
And Eric will learn. He will. But that was not a good call. And it's made by the official on the outside. That's the inside man's call right there. All right, Texas has it. They get it into Pope on the near sideline. And he fires a 3 from the right wing, and he knocks it down. So Jordan Pope, who is a 38% three-point shooter, just below that, knocks down a 3. And 16-13, UConn's lead with 13 minutes to go. First half, there's Malachi Smith on the right sideline. Starts to his left. Big screen by Ryba. Drives inside, gets bumped, gives to Ryba. Ryba spins a fadeaway. Tough shot, he made it. 8-footer on the right side of the lane by Ryba. That's big-time stuff by Eric. 18-13.
Came after Smith, tried to penetrate, got sealed off by 2 men, but he kicked it over to the weak side, the right side, for the fall away by Ryba.
He really is a talented guy, Ryba. Here's Volkatitis, who shoves his way inside. He throws up a pass and a 3-pointer from the corner by Kendall Weaver. And Texas back within 2, 18-16. And right now, Dan Hurley's going to substitute Jalen Stewart on the next dead ball. Here's Malachi Smith, front court left, gives to Mullins. Mullins backs away and hands to Ryba outside the arc. Ryba with a right-hand dribble. Gives it back to Ball, who drives on the baseline. A little fadeaway by Solo. It's short, and it's rebounded by Camden Heidi, the junior forward. And they run to the front court for a 3. Off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ball. The missed shot by Wilshire. Here's Ball diving inside, and he scoops it up and in. Solo Ball, silky smooth. And UConn leads 20-16. As Ball gets his first bucket. Back the other way, Simeon Wilshire, the junior guard, Plainfield, New Jersey, has it. Goes pick and roll to Volkatitis. High post right. Hands back to Heidi. Stop and go move. Floater up. Airballed it. No good. That was Kendall Weaver. And rebounded by the Huskies. Jaden Ross in the ball game. Front court left. Fires it back to Malachi Smith. Top of the arc. He starts to his right. Gives it up to Mullins for 3. Long one. Oh, he buried it. The man has no limits on his distance. And Mullins now has 8. UConn 23-16. And Sean Miller's seen enough. They got to call timeout. Mullins. Red hot. Braylon the Brash has given UConn a 23-16 lead. UConn men's basketball brought to you by JT Gamo, Hartford. JTGamo.com, Connecticut's #1 place for Tux Rentals, custom fit suits, and men's fashion. From Brown, Panderas, and Scott, 11:08 to go on the first. UConn by 7. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Many college football teams will have a new look and feel this season after taking advantage of the transfer portal. What if you could do the same when it comes to your banking? Dime Bank, a recognized leader in community banking, is welcoming new customers ready to make their own transfer to convenience, innovative products and services, greater access to local lending, and most importantly, a better overall banking experience. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank, community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
We're back in 60 seconds after this from your local station. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NCAA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NCAA and the Ad Council.
Kohl's has the gifts on their wish list and yours all in one place. From beauty favorites and cozy outfits to hosting must-haves and top toys. Find great prices on presents for everyone at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
5-0 UConn run gives them the 23-16 lead, out-rebounding Texas 7-6. Malachi Smith came off the bench and already has 3 assists in his 3 minutes of playing time, but the story has to be the first start of the regular season by Braylon Mullins. 8 points in 9 minutes of playing time, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from three-point range. A lot of talk was made a couple of years ago in the Elite Eight game against Illinois when UConn rattled off 30 straight points on the way to the tie-breaking run that put them in the Final Four. 35 years ago tonight, John Gwynn scored 10 of his 21 points during the first 12 minutes, and 16th-ranked UConn ran off 32 unanswered points on the way to an 85-32 win over New Hampshire. Huskies hounded New Hampshire into an array of bad shots during an 11-minute and 48-second scoreless stretch to start the game. UConn led that game 32-0, and then later had a 21-0 run in the second half that gave them a 75-17 spread with 9 minutes to go. Wildcats shot 15% from the floor, and they lost 85-32 at Gamble 35 years ago tonight. They called that, Mike, the steel curtain defense. With guys like Scott Burrell just picking people's pockets left and right. They got the fast break going, and that team could really play some defense, and certainly New Hampshire paid the price 35 years ago tonight.
No doubt. Both these schools have been to 5 straight NCAA tournaments. Texas had a run back from 99 to 2012 where they made 14 in a row.
Of course, Texas knocked UConn out of the NCAAs in the Sweet 16 in 2003 in San Antonio.
Texas never been to a Final Four, amazingly. All right, they work on the offensive end. Right side, good D by Jaden Ross as he is guarding Tremont Mark. They work it back outside to Dalen Swain. They fire it down low to a floater, no good. Ball is loose. Texas comes up with it, then they lose it. Kendall Weaver drove in the basket into the lane, but a lot of contact, no call there. And Texas loses the ball, and UConn has it.
UConn has always had its bigs come out and hedge on the perimeter, then jump back in the lane. They've done it a lot early on tonight with Terrace Reed getting out past the free throw line.
Malachi Smith, front court left on the right wing outside the arc at the hash. Out front of the high post to Terrace Reed. He faces up, guarded by Volkatitis. Puts it on the floor with a right-hand dribble. Foul line extended. Terrace now backing Volkatitis down. Goes to his left hand, spins, ducks underneath, lays it up and in. Oh, nifty move by Tyrannosaurus Terrace. And UConn leads 25-16, their biggest of the game.
Nobody else touched the ball in that possession. He took that ball from the three-point line and got a layup.
All right, so Texas front court right. Volkatitis kicks it to Swain, who's cutting. Swain able to bank it in. Double coverage by UConn. Great finish by Dalen Swain that time. And he's got his first basket. 25-18, UConn. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Malachi Smith, front court left on the left sideline. Right-hand dribble. He's guarded by Swain or by Mark. He drives to the basket, scoops it up, and he gets fouled. So Malachi Smith, who, if you haven't seen him in person, he's got kind of a stop-and-go sort of a feel to his game, and he can force contact, and he did that time. And he got himself 2 free throws when he probably had no business getting to the free throw line.
Drove to the lane from the right elbow before drawing the foul on Tremont Mark, his first foul.
Malachi on the free throw line for UConn. The first one up, no good. Misses badly off the right side. Malachi on the season, 14 of 23 now, and that's not good for a point guard. You need to be up in the 70s. He's got to improve that when UConn gets into Big East play, that's for sure.
He'd made 8 of his last 10 in 4 games before these two.
He missed that one badly, 2 of them. Rebounded by Texas. 25-18 UConn, 9.5 to go here in the first. And Malachi nearly steals it from Simeon Wilcher. Wilcher drives to the basket. He gives it to Volkatitis, who dunks. So the Longhorns take advantage of the gamble by Malachi Smith. 25-20 UConn, 9:20 to go here in the first. And here's Malachi on the left sideline. He lost it. Backcourt violation. So Texas with good hustle defensively. Wilcher able to force the turnover. And Malachi will come out. And Demery comes back in. So it's Ball, Caravan, Reed, Stewart, and Demery right now for UConn. As Texas works on the front court right, all out on the perimeter. It's in the hands of Dalen Swain. He fires it right. It's a long 3 by Mark, no good. And a rebound and a foul by Volkatitis, who is crying constantly to the officials. And Joe Lindsay caught him that time for going over the back of Terrace Reed, and that's his second. He'll go to the bench. That's 3 team fouls for UConn and 4 by Texas here in the opening 11 minutes. Demery across the timeline, right to left, right sideline, front court left. Demery starts to his left with a left-hand dribble. He had Stewart open for a moment. He gets to the ball. Ball on the left sideline. Down low to Reed. They triple team him. Ball on the outlet. Back to him. They bounce back to Reed. They double him again. And Terrace backs away. Fires it right to Stewart for 3. Stewie delivers a triple. A great pass by Terrace Reed. Cross court to the open man. UConn's lead is 8, 28-20.
That's the big man's 3rd assist of the game.
Yeah, he found the open man. That's beautiful. Now here are the Longhorns. A 3-pointer in and out off the left wing by Swain. Rebounded by Reed. Reed outlets to Demery. Demery right sideline behind the high screen of Reed. Drives to the basket. Demery keeps his dribble but lost it as he dribbled it off the baseline and turns it over. 3 turnovers by UConn. They have 7 assists. Meanwhile, Texas 3 assists and 3 turnovers.
Demery's got 2 of UConn's 3 turnovers. Huskies lights out, 73%, 11 of 15.
All right, the high post handoff right to Lucina Traore, and a foul is called on Demery that time as he ran through the screen, and that is the 5th team foul on the Huskies, first on Demery. So Texas front court right, shooting at the basket where the UConn bench is, with Stewart, Reed, Ball, Caravan, and Demery right now. Swain kicks it out to Wilcher. Gets it back to Heidi now on the right sideline. A rip under move by Swain. A shot blocked by Reed. And he controls it and gives to Demery, who runs to the front court left. High screen by Reed. Demery gives it up out front to Terrace. Terrace looks. He's dribbling with a right hand. He goes backdoor cut. Caravan and lays it in. And Reed, who is that man? He's got assists everywhere tonight. UConn 30-20, first double-digit lead.
It's the point guard, Terrace Reed.
Yes, sir. Tremont Mark has it outside the arc. He kicks it left in the hands of Swain. Swain runs over Stewart, and that is an offensive foul. Swain out of control, Stewart in position, and the Huskies a 10-point lead to the under 8-minute timeout here at People's Bank Arena. 2 on Swain, UConn basketball. Sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Hartford. Make your move. Connect with the top orthopedic specialists at oahct.com. For Brown, Penderas, and Scott, UConn 30, Texas 20, 7:27 to go. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details. Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Laz Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Laz Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Laz Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn athletics.
It's the Monaco Ford year-end sales event, and the deals are bigger than ever.
Right now, get 0% for 60 months, 0 down, no payments for 90 days, available on most Ford models.
That's right. Drive today, pay later, and experience 90 days free of the latest Ford technology with Ford Blue Cruise.
Shop our wide selections of F-150, Super Duties, and SUVs online or in person in Glastonbury or Niantic. Our team is guaranteed to help you find the perfect Ford.
Don't wait. These year-end deals won't last long, so visit us today or shop online at monacoford.com.
Play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball rolls on. Now, let's go back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location.
Discover Dean Cabinetry, trusted for 25 years. Stock custom and semi-custom kitchens built for your budget. Scheduled today at deancabinetry.com. Proud local sponsor of the UConn Sports Network. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman. First double-digit lead for the Huskies, 30-20. How about Terrace Reed, the playmaker, Wayne?
It's been amazing. He assisted on UConn's last 2 field goals, assisted on a couple of three-pointers in this game. He's got 4 assists in the game. We're only in the first half. And that 4 assists is a career high. His prior career high had been 3. So he's looking to pass the ball, and he's finding his teammates. UConn has hit its last 5 shots from the floor. They're 12 of 16. And before the tap, I talked about Texas. I said they're a good offensive team. They're a good rebounding team. But defense is their Achilles heel. 12 for 16 shooting by UConn speaks for itself. While offensively now, Texas not playing well, thanks to UConn's defense. The Longhorns have missed 6 of their last 8 shots. These teams played the year after UConn won the 2014 national championship, and Texas defeated UConn at Gampel 55-54. That snapped a 44-game UConn win streak at Gampel against non-conference opposition. We'll update a few of those other games. There's been some classic ones over the years between UConn and Texas. They've played 11 times so far. UConn has won 8 of those 11, and right now they're up 30-20 with 7.5 to go in the first half.
Well, I think the one you mentioned earlier, TJ Ford in that NCAA tournament 2003 had 13 points, 9 assists, and they played at San Antonio. UConn was 23rd in the country. Texas won that game, but they didn't get to the Final Four that year. They've been to the Elite 8 times. They've been to the Sweet 16 14 times, but not to the Final Four.
That game was 82-78 Texas in San Antonio, where UConn win the national championship the following year with Ben and Emeka.
All right, UConn has the basketball as Silas Demery dribbles across the timeline right to left. He's guarded there by Jordan Pope, who had been on the bench for a few minutes. Demery starts to his right at the hash, starts back to his left, kicks back to Caravan. Caravan down low to Ryba, and in and out of the hands of Ryba, but deflected last by Lucina Traore. And UConn will keep the ball with 13 to shoot, 7:10 to go in the first half, leading 30-20. Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman, Alex Green, our engineer. We're 20 rows up off the floor behind the UConn bench here at the Vault. Here's Demery on the pass, right sideline, in the paint, nowhere to go. Kicks to the cutting, Jalen Stewart, and Stewart throws it down. The home run and a beauty, and a nice pass that time. The Huskies working well together and now have 10 assists. Texas front court right, it's Wilshire out front, gives it up to Traore. Wilshire gets it back, high arcing rainbow 3 is good from straight away that time over Braylon Mullins. 32-23, UConn by 9. All right, Demery walks across the timeline on the right sideline. Hands it over to Mullins. Mullins skips it over to Stewart out front. Back to Demery on the right wing. Pick and roll Stewart. He catches on the baseline. Nowhere to go. He tries to work himself into position, and he gets fouled. And again, UConn with some backdoor cuts and finding teammates for really good shots, and Stewart will go to the line to shoot 2.
About as well as we've seen UConn run that aspect of the offense all season long. They've had a number of players that have been wide open. As the foul is on Jordan Pope, that's his first.
And so it'll put Stewart on the line. Another one of the Husky free throw shooters who got to improve as this season goes on. He comes in Jalen, 7 of 12. He makes the first.
He just had 2 points on a dunk, his third dunk of the season. The assist by Silas Demery, who's got 2 assists.
All right, UConn with Ryba, Mullins, Stewart on the free throw line, Demery and Caravan right now, leading 33-23. Stewart misses the second one. It's loose, and it's picked up by Camden Heide, and he hands it over to Wilshire, who dribbles across the timeline left to right. Texas top of the key. They work it to Pope. He's guarded by Demery. On the left wing, crossover, step back. Can't get the 3 off. Gives to Heide on the right wing. Wilshire guarded by Mullins. Tries to beat him off the dribble. Pull up medium range, and Wilshire hits. 15-footer on the baseline. And at 6 minutes to go here in the first, UConn's lead cut to 33-25. Wilshire's made a couple of buckets. He's got 5. This is Mullins, front court left. Hands to Ryba, gets it back. Mullins on the left wing. Backs away off the high screen of Ryba. Pulls up, kicks it in the near corner to Stewart for 3. And Stewie's 3, no good. Tipped up by Demery, in and out. Rebounded by Texas. Jordan Pope, front court right quickly. Blow-by move on Stewart. Lays it in left-handed. What a nice play by Jordan Pope, the senior guard. And Pope scores it. He's got 7 now, and Texas back within 6. 5:20 to go in the first. 33-27. Dan Hurley wants a timeout.
Yeah, I think he sees it getting away a little bit. They built that big lead, 32-20, and then 33-23. And this is what happened against Florida back on Tuesday night. Florida was down by 10, and they rallied back and actually took the lead in the second half. He doesn't want that happening again. He wants to maintain this double-digit lead.
And UConn, I think in what we saw in the Florida game, Wayne, was the Huskies on the perimeter. And Dan talked about this in the locker room before the game. You know, not great defense on the perimeter. They were letting guys turn the corner, creating problems and mismatches. And that's a little section of time right there is what Texas was able to do, and they scored. And they cut the lead from double figures down to 6.
I think that was a smart timeout, though, by Coach Hurley, just realizing that all of a sudden 3 field goals in a row, 2 by Wilshire, 1 by Pope in transition, getting 3 consecutive field goals made by Texas, who's now shooting 50%, 11 of 22. The Huskies are 68% after missing the last 2 shots.
All right, ball comes back in. He inbounds to Demery, front court left, gets it back on the right sideline. He deals it to Caravan. He fires it left to Mullins. High post handoff to Demery on the left side, outside the arc. Right-hand dribble. He's guarded by Pope. Demery out front, a steal by Wilshire, and Wilshire throws it down right-handed over Mullins, and Texas back within 4, 33-29. UConn with under 5 minutes to go, their lead cut to 4. This is Ball on the right sideline, front court left, out front to Demery. Demery starts to his left, backs away right off a high screen of Heide ran over a screen and fell down, back to Demery, and Demery throws it out of bounds. So UConn with a bad sequence here, letting Texas right back in this thing. Terrace Reed giving some encouragement to Silas.
5 turnovers by the Huskies, and 4 are by Demery.
So Jordan Pope across the timeline, left to right on the right sideline, a bounce pass. Now to Tremont Mark. Out front it comes to Camden Heide. He gives it back to Pope, who starts to his right. He's guarded by Demery. On the high post handoff, it's Traore. Fires it right to Wilshire. Here's Heide for 3. Back rim no good, over the backboard no good, and ball is tipped off of a Texas player. Great hustle by Mullins that time. He did not have position, but he was able to touch the ball and tap it off of Traore, and UConn gets possession. That's just great hustle by the freshman.
Wilshire's been the guy that sparked this comeback. He scored 7 of the last 9 points for Texas.
He averages 9.5, plays 21 minutes a game. This is Demery out front to Caravan. Right wing, it's Reed. Reed a dribble and a fire in the backdoor. Cut to Caravan for a layup. Reed's got 5, count them, 5 assists tonight. 35-29 UConn. Caravan's got 9. Now a drive inside by Traore. Blocked by Reed. Rejection number 2. Traore was right at the rim. He thought he had a layup, but Terrace Reed said, "Not so fast, my friend." And that'll bring us to the under 4-minute timeout. UConn leading 35-29. From quality outdoor structures to custom handcrafted furniture, Cluter Farms is your destination for home and yard. We're worth the ride. Route 83 in Ellington. UConn 35, Texas 29, 3:49 to go. From Broad Paint, Harrison Scott, this is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
Husky men's basketball returns in 60 seconds. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. Is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
UConn leads 35-29, 3:49 to go in the first. Champions choose Monaco Ford. Just ask Alex Caraban and Ashland Shade whether you're in Glastonbury or Niantic. Monaco Ford, the trusted choice for athletes and fans alike. Shop like a champion online anytime at MonacoFord.com.
Huskies really getting some open looks inside with the backdoor cuts and the pick and rolls. They've got 3 dunks in the game so far. It's one reason why they're shooting so well. 14 of 20, 70%. They've hit 7 of the last 9 shots from the floor. But a key stat we're watching all night is rebounding, and the fact that Texas comes in out-rebounding its opponents by 12.4 per game, 8th biggest rebound margin in the country. It's 11-11 in this game, so the Huskies getting an advantage there in the rebounding area. However, Texas does have 5 offensive rebounds, good for 4 second-chance points. Huskies 2 offensive rebounds, good for 3 second-chance points. But Braylon Mullins gave UConn a big spark early on, getting his first start. He's got 8 points on 3-for-3 shooting. Alex Caraban's got 9, and Terrace Reed has turned into a point guard. He's got a career-high 5 assists in this game. One of the assistant coaches in his first year at Texas for Texas and Sean Miller is Kenya Hunter, and he was assistant coach at UConn between 2018 and 2020, early in the Dan Hurley era here. Then he went on to Indiana for the last 5 years before going to Texas. He's well-traveled. He was at Nebraska, Georgetown, Xavier, North Carolina State as director of basketball operations, and first coaching job was at Duquesne as an assistant coach. But really nice guy. Nice to catch up and see Kenya Hunter back in Hartford tonight.
Yeah, his son was a really good high school basketball player, went on and played in college as well. Here's a drive inside, wild shot, no good. Foul is called from the outside on the drive by Tremont Mark. You're getting back to what you were talking about, UConn inside points. 18 points in the paint, 18-12. That's how you shoot 70% in the game. You get a lot of layups.
Solo Ball picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Solo had 3 fouls, one of the several Huskies in first-half foul trouble on Tuesday at Madison Square Garden. He'd only had 3 fouls total in the prior 3 games before getting 3 against Florida. He's got 1 now.
Tremont Mark transferred from Arkansas, and he makes both free throws. He's got 8 points. He's the leading man right now for Texas. 35-31 UConn, 3:40 to go here in the first half. Demery, front court left on the right sideline. Left-hand dribble out front. He gives it up to Ball. Ball back to Reed, top of the three-point arc. Reed holding. He had a backdoor cut to Caraban. Couldn't get it to him. Now Alex, step back three, doesn't shoot it. Dumps down low to Reed. He spins. He's doubled. They steal it. And here come the Longhorns on a run out. It's Mark. And Mark lost it out of bounds, but it's the last touch by Braylon Mullins. And so it'll be Texas ball with 27 to shoot, front court right across from the UConn bench. And inbound the ball, it'll be Mark. Mark looking, and he finally gives it up to Pope in the far corner, who attacks Demmer, and he puts up a fadeaway, rimmed in and out, rebounded by Ball. Ball runs it to the front court quickly. He's got 3 boards. Ball at the elbow, 15-footer straight away, and no good off the front rim. Rebounded by Heidi. Camden Heidi ahead to Wilshire. Wilshire pull up mid-range jumper, front rim no good, and a foul is called on Mullins. He got an elbow in the head that time from Heidi, and a foul is called on Mullins. So a little freshman treatment on that one. Braylon looking up, wants to see the replay. I want to see it too.
Well, he picked up 2 fouls in about 18 seconds on Tuesday night in the first half. He's played 13 minutes, and that is his first foul of the game.
All right, Mark looking in.
Actually, hold on. It's Caravan who got the foul, not Mullins.
Here's Pope on a little floater on the right sideline. The baseline from about 6 feet away goes in, and Texas within 2, 35-33. Demry, front court left, right-hand dribble. Drives to the basket, all the way in. He gets hit. No foul call. Reed got the rebound, and he put it back up and in. 37-33. Reed's got 4. UConn by 4. Tremont Mark hands it over to Jordan Pope between the rings, front court right. Guarded by Demry. Right-hand dribble, switches to his left. Sheds Demry with a right hand. Gives it out front to Traore. And a traveling call on the Longhorns. A turnover by Texas is number 5. They got 5 assists, 5 turnovers.
For the Longhorns, number 2, Kendall Weaver, and number 8, Matas Vokatitis, replacing number 0.
So UConn will get the ball. 2:16 to go in the first as Malachi Smith comes back in.
So Vokatitis, the 7-footer's back in, leading scorer. They went on this run to close the gap when he got a second foul and went to the bench.
He only got 3 points in the first half so far. Here's Caravan out front. Fires on the right side on Malachi Smith. Malachi backs away, guarded by Camden Heidi. Gives it up top of the key to Reed. Reed holds, faces up. Now he hands over to Malachi. Malachi left wing outside the arc. Lost the dribble, regains. Into the paint. He floats it up to Reed, who lays it in. Perfect assist by Malachi Smith. Man, that was easy. 39-33. UConn by 6, 1:40 to go in the first half. Tremont Mark to the front court. He hands it over to Kendall Weaver. Left sideline, Wilshire. Now Heidi has it out at the hash. Starts right. Gives it up on the bounce to Mark. Mark guarded by Ball. Sets him up with a dribble. Doesn't get the shot off. Heidi fires on the left sideline of Wilshire. Guarded by Malachi. Crossover. Malachi steals. Knocked out of bounds off of Malachi Smith. 5 seconds to get a shot off for Texas as they bring in Dalen Swain. He'll come in for Camden Heidi. And Texas has 5 seconds to get this shot off. 1:18 left in the first half. Jordan Pope is going to come in. Right now, Texas has 6 men on the court. And Kendall Weaver comes out. And the inbound will come from the left sideline in the hands of Tremont Mark. He gives it to Pope. Long 3 by Pope. No good. Tipped up. Volkakaitis has missed the shot. In, down, and low, and it's taken away by Reed. Thought there was going to be a whistle. UConn comes up with the loose ball, and Malachi Smith dribbles across the timeline, right to left with a minute to go in the first half. Here's Ball, left sideline of Malachi. Malachi starts right, a screen by Caravan. Now he looks to get it to Mullins. He keeps it on the right sideline of Ball. Ball lost it on the dribble inside, and he is fouled. And that's number 7 on Texas. So that means Ball will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1 here. And with 8 seconds to go, UConn was in trouble with the shot clock there. So bailed out by the reach-in foul by the Longhorns.
I think Pope got the foul. If so, that's his second foul.
Jaden Ross is going to come in to substitute here. Let's see who he comes in for.
It is on Pope.
And Texas gets a, well, somebody called a timeout here. And we have the huddles on the sideline, a 30-second timeout. UConn leads at 39-33. They got 9 points from Alex Caravan, 8 by Terrace Reed, 8 by Braylon Mullins. So the front court dominant in terms of offense for the Huskies in the first half. The officials are at the monitor, and they're trying to review something. Don't know if it's a shot clock or what, but they are both over there. Pat Driscoll, the veteran, Matt Potter, and Joe Lindsay not involved in this review. Both teams are huddled up around their coaches.
Joe Lindsay's been around forever. In fact, he did the NCAA second-round tournament game in 2009 when UConn beat Texas A&M.
They've added 2.5 seconds, 52.5, as Ball will shoot 1-1. And Joe Lindsay's dad was an official, too, for a long time. He was in the NBA. Then he, I believe he went to the WNBA. Then he went to college. Long-time referee.
He also broadcast the NCAA second-round game when UConn beat Northwestern 2 years ago.
All right, Ball on the line, front end of a 1-1. UConn 3 of 6, and he rolls that one in off the front rim. So Huskies have climbed over to 70% mark from the free throw line, up to 71%. They've had 193 free throw attempts coming in. Now they're at 200. Ball makes them both, 41-33. Solo has 6. Texas inbounds the ball. Full court pressure against Jordan Pope. And they work it to Wilshire. Wilshire across the timeline. Gives it up on the left side to Tremont Mark. He's guarded by Ross. Back out front they come to Wilshire. Now it's in the hands of Pope. Pope between the rings. 10 to shoot. Gives it up on the high post to Volkakaitis. Backdoor cut. And Swain is fouled by Ross. There'll be 2 free throws there. Good offense run that time by Texas. They got the backdoor cut, and Ross had to foul to prevent a layup. Braylon Mullins will come back in for the Huskies.
At that time, UConn left the lane open, something the Huskies' offense has been able to take advantage of a lot.
Yeah, Texas at 43% from the field. The free throw in and out. Missed by Dalen Swain.
Swain played against UConn 4 times in his Xavier career, scored 2 points in 3 of those 4 games, so not a big factor, but he's the second leading scorer now for Sean Miller at Texas.
1 of 2 for Swain. Texas, a 72% free throw shooting team. They've shot 28 more free throw attempts than their opponents coming in. But Texas, almost a 51% field goal shooting team coming into this game. They are shooting 43%, just a little over in this game.
That free throw ends a 6-0 UConn run.
41-34 Huskies. 20 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. Malachi Smith out at the Husky logo, center court. It's guarded by Jordan Pope. And Smith running some time off the clock, pointing out where people should be. Now he starts to his left. They kick it to Caravan. Caravan drives inside and puts up a floater. Good. Oh, Euro stepped that one. Caravan's got 11. And Pope fires it up at the buzzer. No good. UConn gets the last bucket of the half on a Caravan shot. And you talk about a massive Euro step. Alex put one on that time, and he made the shot. And so he is in double figures with 11. As UConn leads by 9 at halftime, 43-34.
Huskies end the half on an 8-1 run.
So stay with us. Halftime reports coming up. Paul Roper, the one, the only, back in our studios. That's coming up next, presented by Brown Payne, Darris, and Scott. This is UConn basketball from Learfield.
When you start your day, be ready with Eyewitness News.
Ready with your first alert to weather changes so the whole family's prepared.
Ready for breaking news to keep your family safe. Ready with a clear look at delays and the best way around them. All so you're ready to start your day.
From overnight breaking news to first alert weather and traffic, together every 10 minutes. Be morning ready with Caitlin Newclo, Tracy McCain, Scott Haney, and Caitlin Francis. Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app. For the win! Got it! Let's go! Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. He's got it! So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Planning a move? Let Lippincott Van Lines, the official mover of the UConn Huskies, take the worry and stress out of your relocation. Whether you're moving across the country, across the world, or just across the street, Lippincott Van Lines will handle your packing, moving, and storage needs with the care and quality they deserve. If the UConn Huskies football team can trust Lippincott to get their gear to the field on time, you can trust them to get your items where they need to be. Call Lippincott Van Lines today for a free estimate at 800-245-8563.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Minutes are in the books. This is the Husky Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll recap the first half and check scores from across the country. Now, let's go to the Learfield Network Studios.
Huskies with a 9-point lead at halftime over Texas and Hartford, 43-34, as they shoot 68% from the field, 17 of 25 in that first half, to take a 9-point lead over Texas into the locker room. Paul Roper with you in the Learfield Network studios. Only one other game involving a Big East team tonight, and it's final. Coach Miller's former team, Xavier, defeats Missouri State 75-57, 12 3-pointers for the Musketeers, including 8 in the second half to pull away. It was only a 3-point lead at halftime in Cincinnati for the Musketeers, but they won it by 18 over the Bears, 75-57. When we come back, we'll hear what Coach Miller has to say about a couple of Huskies that his teams at Xavier played in the past. Right now, as Longhorns trail at the break, it's UConn 43, Texas 34. Presented by Brown, Payne, Dearest, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconnhealth.org.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls.
Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of UConn Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
43-34, UConn with the lead over Texas at Peoples Bank Arena. Before we continue with our halftime report, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Presented by Brown, Payne, Dearest, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball from Learfield. Paul Roper with you in the Learfield Network studio as the Huskies lead by 9 over Texas, 43-34. In his press conference earlier this week, Texas head coach Sean Miller, very complimentary of a couple of UConn players he's familiar with during his time leading Xavier. Of course, there's the veteran Alex Caravan, who's had some good games against Coach Miller's Musketeers. And Silas Demery played Xavier in the first round of the 2024 NIT as a member of Georgia, team that lost to eventual NIT champion Seton Hall. Here's Coach Miller on Caravan and Demery.
Alex Caravan, not a lot of players are in their fourth year when they've won 2 national championships. And Alex has been a starter and a fixture on really all 4 teams that he's played on. And I'm sure that when his time ends at UConn, that he'll go in the rafters as just the epitome of a winner. Great respect for him. Silas, I think, is a great addition to their team. We coached against Silas in the NIT 2 years ago when he was at Georgia, and, we were at Xavier, and, I saw him firsthand. He just got a great physical presence and body, strong, can really score from 2, and I think gives UConn that physicality at the point guard that maybe they didn't have as much a year ago.
That's Coach Miller and Alex Caravan and Silas Demery. Caravan leading the way with 11 points off 5 of 6 from the field. Slow going for Demery so far, just 2 points, 2 assists. He's also turned it over 4 times in 13 minutes. Hat tip to Wayne Norman for pulling that audio. He's got the rest of the stats after this timeout. It's UConn 43, Texas 34. Back to Hartford in a moment. Presented by Brown, Panderas, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball from Learfield.
Many college football teams will have a new look and feel this season after taking advantage of the transfer portal. What if you could do the same when it comes to your banking? Dime Bank, a recognized leader in community banking, is welcoming new customers ready to make their own transfer to convenience, innovative products and services, greater access to local lending, and most importantly, a better overall banking experience. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank, community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
Are you traveling out of Bradley Airport and need a safe, reliable place to park your car? Trust your vehicle to Laz Fly Off-Airport Parking, located on Route 75 in Windsor Locks. They have both valet and self-park options to fit any budget. Laz Fly is open 24 hours a day and will get you to the airport on time every time. Join their loyalty program to earn points for free parking, and be sure to ask about their corporate discounts. Save 20% by pre-booking online at lazfly.com. Laz Fly is the official parking company and a proud supporter of UConn Athletics.
Listen closely. Did you hear that? That's the sound of employees being productive. They're so efficient because they partnered with Xerox to manage workplace technology. From advanced printers to automating your workflows to IT solutions, our local experts ensure your business runs smoothly. Visit us at Xerox.com/UConn. Xerox. We make work work.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Halftime in Hartford, UConn leading Texas 43-34 behind 68% shooting in the first half. Remember, in the first half on Tuesday against Florida, UConn shot 59%. The best shooting half UConn has had all season was the first half here in Hartford against Lowell when they shot 69%. Right now it's 68. That went up at the end because UConn hit its last 3 shots of the half. Alex Caravan leading UConn on the scoring sheet with 11 points. Terrace Reed Jr. has been great with 8 points. He's got 3 rebounds and a career-high 5 assists to go along with the only 2 blocks of the game for UConn. Solo Ball has 6 points, 3 rebounds. Silas Demery, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but 4 of UConn's 6 turnovers in the first half. Braylon Mullins got his first start of the regular season, played 16 minutes, was 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from three-point range, 8 points. Off the bench, Jalen Stewart came in with 6. Eric Riva had 2 points and 2 rebounds. Malachi Smith didn't score, but he did have team high equaling 5 assists, equaling the Terrace Reed 5 assists. Jaden Ross played 4 minutes, did not score. While for Texas, they were led by Jordan Pope with 9 points, made a 3. Dalen Swain had 4. Camden Heidi did not score. The big man, the 7-footer, Matas Vokatitis, had 3 points but picked up 2 quick fouls. Tremont Mark had 8 points. Off the bench, they got 7 points in a row by Simeon Wilcher. They got 3 by Kendall Weaver and none by Lucina Traore. Texas shot 13 of 30, 43% from the floor, 3 of 8 from 3, and 5 of 8 from the line. UConn, 17 of 25 for that 68% shooting, 4 of 7 from three-point range, 57%, also 5 of 8 from the line. Texas out-rebounded UConn by 1. That's an advantage for UConn. 14 to 13. They had 7 offensive rebounds, good for 8 second-chance points. UConn 3 offensive rebounds, good for 5 second-chance points. Huskies 13 assists on 17 field goals. They had 6 turnovers, good for 3 Texas points. While Texas had 6 turnovers, UConn got 10 points off of those. Texas 3 steals, no blocks. UConn 2 steals and the 2 Terrace Reed blocks. Points in the paint, 14 for Texas, 24 for UConn. Fast break points, Texas 5, UConn 2. Bench production, UConn 8 points, 2 rebounds. Texas 10 points and 3 rebounds. Huskies' biggest lead was 12 mid-first half. Texas had a 3-point lead in the first minute of the game. Huskies had a 7-0 scoring run late in the half, and Texas had a 6-0 scoring run. UConn 7 of 9 on layups, Texas 3 for 7 on layups, as UConn leads at 43 to 34. Today's date in 1998, a memorable game. UConn scored 5 points in the last 9 seconds of the game to nip Pittsburgh 70-69 at Pitt. After scoring the winning basket, Khalid El-Amin, the recipient of crude insults before and throughout the game by the Pittsburgh student section, jumped on the scorer's table, was met with flying debris from the student section. Jim Calhoun came over and got him off the table. He said after the game, "I gave Khalid his 5 seconds. I wasn't going to give him 6. Huskies by 9 at halftime. Second half on the way. From Brown, Banderas, and Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Power Station Events is the official production partner of the UConn Huskies, the ultimate one-stop source featuring audio, video, lighting, staging, talented DJs and musicians, photography and videography, stunning decor and florals, and much more. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we want to thank UConn Nation as we look forward to the next 40 years. Visit us at powerstationevents.com and let us help you plan your next awesome event.
It's the Monaco Ford year-end sales event, and the deals are bigger than ever.
Right now, get 0% for 60 months, 0 down, no payments for 90 days, available on most Ford models.
That's right. Drive today, pay later, and experience 90 days free of the latest Ford technology with Ford Blue Cruise.
Shop our wide selections of F-150, Super Duties, and SUVs online or in person in Glastonbury or Niantic. Our team is guaranteed to help you find the perfect Ford.
Don't wait. These year-end deals won't last long, so visit us today or shop online at monacoford.com.
When you start your day, be ready with Eyewitness News.
Ready with your first alert to weather changes so the whole family's prepared.
Ready for breaking news to keep your family safe. Ready with a clear look at delays and the best way around them. All so you're ready to start your day.
From overnight breaking news to first alert weather and traffic, together every 10 minutes. Be morning ready with Caitlin Newclo, Tracy McCain, Scott Haney, and Caitlin Francis. Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com for Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Connecticut. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Connecticut and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Connecticut.
Back at People's Bank Arena, Mike Crispino, Wayne Norman. Second half about to begin. Before the game, Dan Hurley puts together a chalkboard of things that he wants his team to accomplish. Today, before this one, he said, let's get 20 assists. UConn has 13 assists in the first half. That's a good number. And he also wanted 20 free points off turnovers. They've got 10 of those in the first half. So UConn in the paint did a nice job, 24-14. 10 points off turnovers to 3 by Texas. And the Huskies, overall, as you mentioned, Wayne, held their own on the boards. I mean, that's big. 14-13 is the number, and this Texas team is awesome on the backboard.
Huskies average 18 assists per game, 38th most in the country, and UConn number 11 in the nation on assist-to-turnover ratio. Solo Ball had the best plus-minus for UConn in the first half, plus 13.
All right, UConn inbounds the ball to go left to right, shoot at the basket where their own bench is. Silas Demery out the inbound from Ball, gives it up to Caravan on the left wing. Now Mullins on the left hash, across from the UConn bench, out front to Ball. Ball starts to his right, a weave to Demery. Demery double-teamed on a switch, gives it up on the right side of Caravan. Caravan drives baseline, puts it up over Volkaitis and makes the shot. A little 8-footer, a little runner, push shot by Caravan. The game's high score with 13. UConn by 11, 45-34. Longhorns front court left is Jordan Pope with it on a bounce to Volkaitis, and he runs over Mullins. And Mullins reached in and commits a foul. It was good help defense by Braylon, but you can't reach in. If you're going to do that, you're going to get whistled too often. And so Mullins is called for his second personal. And Texas will inbound to our left. Jordan Pope on a bounce, the left sideline. Only one, I guess, on Mullins. Here's a little jumper by Mark, a little elbow jumper from 10 feet away, goes in on the left side of the lane.
Remember, there was a foul changed earlier. They gave it to Caravan, not Mullins, so that was his first. Remember, he fouled out of the last game.
Yep, 45-36. UConn by 9. High post handoff. It's Reed on the right of the lane to Demery. Now it's Caravan. Back to Silas. Silas long three. Front rim, no good. And rebounded by Tremont Mark. Quickly ahead to Dalen Swain, who attacks Reed but missed the layup. Rebound Mullins. And Mullins on a run out, front court, gives to Reed. Reed tries to put it up on a little floater, no good. Good defense that time by Mark. Quickly Texas back the other way as Ball got run over in the paint, or Demery did, and a bank shot goes in by Dalen Swain, and Texas back within 7, 45-38. Demery front court right quickly, between the rings, guarded by Jordan Pope. Starts right, gives up to Mullins. Mullins out front to Reed. Reed on a handoff to Ball. They give it back to Demery. They go into a weave outside the arc. Demery on the right wing. Fires right to Mullins. Turns and fires for three. No good, front rim. Rebounded that time by Tremont Mark. On a breakout, here comes Swain. And Swain is fouled by Demery, as UConn did not get back defensively, and Texas took advantage. And they'll go to the line to shoot two here.
Been a rough game for Silas Demery Jr. That's his second foul. He's got the 4 first-half turnovers, 4 of UConn 6, and shot 1 of 5 from the floor.
And one thing, though, with a point guard, you got to have a short memory. You cannot let what happened in the first half matter at all. Missed free throw by Dalen Swain. Texas has missed 4 of them now. They're 5 for 9.
He's missed 3 of them. He's 83% coming in.
And he makes the second one. So Swain now has 7 points, and the lead cut to 6. 45-39. 2 minutes into the second half. UConn and Texas here at People's Bank Arena. The vault. Demery has it, front court right, up a high screen of Reed, into the paint, all the way to the basket, hands to Reed, and Reed throws it down, 2 hands. Nice feed, the dime of the game, presented by Dime Bank. Community Banking lives here.
Been critical of Demery, but that time a beautiful assist pass, his 4th assist.
All right, Tremont Mark, front court left, out front to Jordan Pope. Pope guarded by Demery. Pope puts it on the floor on a bounce pass to Heidi. They go into a weave. It's in the hands of Swain. He backs away on the right wing, tries to beat Reed to the basket, and he's able to do it. Swain with a nice move. Swain now with 9, and Texas back within 6, 47-41.
Swain's got 5 points here in the second half.
All right, Demery front court right, back to Caravan, steps into a 3, tough shot back rim, and tipped by Mullins to Caravan, who attacks the rim and missed the shot, got his own rebound. Back to Ball for three. Solo no good. Rebound Mullins. He tips it to Caravan, and Caravan lays it in. A one-touch assist by Braylon Mullins. That was beautiful.
A fourth chance basket by the Huskies. 3 offensive rebounds.
UConn by 10, 51-41. Here's Pope between the rings on a bounce to Heidi on the left wing. Now it's in the hands of Swain, who turns the corner on Caravan. Nowhere to go. Takes it down low to Volkaitis. They kick it around, and Mullins comes up with it. Mullins on a deal to Demery, but it's deflected out of bounds. He saw the man running, and Texas was able to break it up. And so UConn's 10-point lead holds for the moment. 16.5 to go in the ballgame.
Ferris Reed doing it all for the Huskies. Not just the dunk he had a moment ago for his 10th point of the game, 5 assists, but that ended up being his second steal, setting up this UConn possession.
And the man he's playing against, Volkaitis, averages 16, has 3 points so far. Here's Reed on the right wing, and a hand off to Caravan. Caravan curls in, puts up a floater, back rim, no good. Got his own rebound, kicks the ball. Ball tries a three, no good. And the Huskies have gone cold. The rebound by Dale and Swain. Swain to the front court left, top of the arc. He's guarded by Demery. Up the high screen, he tries to attack Demery, and he's stripped by Demery off his leg and out of bounds. So Silas, although he hasn't shot it well, is playing the entire game, and that was a nice play defensively to cause the turnover.
So that's 8 turnovers by Texas. 2 of those have come in these first 4 minutes of the second half.
All right, 4 minutes going by here. Second half. It's high post left. Reed gives to Demery. Demery pumps it down on a bounce to Reed. He's double teamed. Reed spins in, puts a floater up and scores. Oh, Tyrannosaurus Terrace, and UConn leads 53-41. Jordan Pope, as Reed's got a dozen. Front court left. Wilshire had a big first half off the bench. Wilshire's tacking Mullins. Tries to go by him, can't do it. Now he starts to his left with a left-hand dribble all the way in the paint. Mullins stays on his feet. Can't get a shot off. Now down low to Mark. Mark with a little fade away. Short. Rebounded by Demery. Demery sprints to the front court right. On the right sideline with a right-hand dribble. Up the high screen of Reed. He spins to his left. Lost it. Regained it. Lost it. Texas comes up with it. And they run it to the front court. Tremont Mark. Between the rings. Left-hand dribble. Runs into his own man. And a foul is called on UConn. A push of some kind. And let's see who it's on. I think it's on Demery. And so, 5 minutes gone by here in the second half. UConn leading 51-41. And there's a timeout under 16 minutes. And we'll take it. How'd you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com. Syncmygame.com to find out how. For Brown Paint Harrison Scott, this is UConn men's basketball, and the Huskies are up 10 in the second half on Learfield.
Hey, Husky fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. Let's go, Huskies! SeatGeek.
Husky pride is in full swing. Academic minds are hard at work and play. As a supporter of all things Husky, Travelers is proud to sponsor UConn and its exciting sports programs. From football to basketball to hockey, we're Husky all the way. Travelers in UConn, committed to the young people who are the future of Connecticut.
UConn fans, when it comes to sports injuries, do you know where the Huskies go?
UConn Health, Connecticut's only public academic medical center. Our doctors advance research and train future generations of healthcare experts.
All while offering the latest injury prevention, treatment, and performance improvement.
UConn Health, we're delivering care that changes the game for athletes and for everyone.
Learn more at uconnhealth.org.
Huskies live here. You're listening to play-by-play coverage of UConn men's basketball. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location.
That is our broadcast booth sponsor, Connecticut Chevy Dealers, home to a century of truck capability, featuring America's most dependable trucks. Visit your local Connecticut Chevy Dealers today. Chevy drives America. Here tonight, Texas weighing 3 of 8 from distance. They had a game earlier in the year at Maui against NC State. They went 16 for 32 and scored 102 points and won 102-97. So UConn, on the defense perimeter-wise, has done a pretty good job tonight.
And the Huskies are 4 for 12 from three-point range. Second half, though, Huskies shooting has cooled off, 4 for 12.
UConn effective defense field goal percentage is 9th in the country at just under 43%. Texas has been better than that, 45.5% in the game. The scoring defense, UConn, holding opposition to like 40.6%, I think, something like that. That's 10th best in the country. That's the kind of stuff that can get you deep into tournaments, and that's what Dan Hurley's hoping for.
Terrace Reed has done it at both ends of the court for UConn. He's scoring, he's dishing off assists, he's getting rebounds. But he's also been one of the reasons why the leading scorer for Texas, Matas Vokatitis, has been basically ineffective tonight. He's 1 for 2 from the floor. He's played 13 minutes. He's been on the bench for the last couple of minutes. He's on the bench now.
He's got 2 personals, but no, Reed has neutralized him very nicely. Texas front court left. They work the perimeter to Wilshire. Tries to blow by Mullins, and he gets by him. Misses a dunk, though, and a foul is called. And that was a late whistle by Pat Driscoll. I don't know. That dunk was missed, and the ball was bouncing out of bounds when the whistle blew. That's going to put Wilshire on the line. I'd love to see a replay on that one. Simeon Wilshire didn't get along with Rick Pitino all that well last year at St. John's, makes the free throw.
Mullins picks up his second foul of the game. He was beaten on the dribble initially.
Wilshire now has 8 points. Tremont Mark leads the Longhorns with 10.
Against UConn, Wilshire had 11 points and 1 rebound.
All right, so Wilshire makes them both. 51-43 UConn. We're 5 minutes into the second half. Ball across the timeline. He's guarded there by Kendall Weaver. Out front to Caravan. Now Malachi Smith. They go over the top. It's stolen, though. Nice play by Traore. On a run-out, Pope blows by Malachi Smith. Missed the layup. Traore got the rebound, and a foul is called on UConn. Well, the Huskies that time got beaten on the boards, and they're going to have to watch Texas shoot 2 free throws. And UConn's going to substitute Jalen Stewart here. Let's see how Dan Hurley tries to remedy the last minute or so where Texas has been going to the offensive glass, who he'll replace in the lineup, but with Stewart.
Possession set up by the turnover on Malachi Smith, who's been so good taking care of the ball. Last 6 games, 29 assists, 4 turnovers.
Traore, who was 16 of 27 from the line, misses that one. All right, Mullins comes out, and Stewart replaces him. So a little more size for the Huskies. And Traore gets a second opportunity. 8-point lead, UConn, 14.5 to go. And that one, a high-arcing free throw goes in. A swish. 51-44 UConn.
He's got 1 point tonight.
All right, Malachi front court, right sideline, starts left with a left-hand dribble, gives it up on the bounce to Reed, high post left. Reed faces up, tries to dribble to the basket, doesn't get it there. Now he skips it in the open man is Stewart on the left side. Stewart tries to blow by his man. A little post-up work by Jalen, and he is fouled on the way up. So Stewart working his way into possession to get a good shot close to the rim. He gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Whole play started off with a kick-out pass to the left corner by Terrace Reed Jr., who's handled the ball a lot today. And many times good things have happened because of it.
Wilshire actually fouled Stewart about 4 times on the play as Jalen makes the free throw.
First foul on Wilshire.
You know, when you're a defensive player and you get away with 1, you should stop. But he didn't do it. He kept on hacking him until the whistle blew. So Jalen, another opportunity, and that one's good. So Jalen Stewart, good night tonight. Made both of them. And Stewart now has 8. And he's gone 3 for 4 from the line. UConn leads by 9, 53-44. Here's Wilshire, front court left. Ball guards him. They get it to Pope, who drives inside. Kicks to the open man for 3 in the corner. It's no good. Rebounded by Malachi Smith as Kendall Weaver couldn't hit the open shot. Now Malachi to the front court, starts left and hands over the ball. Ball skips it right to Karaban outside the arc. Malachi gets it back. He starts to his right, a high screen by Ryba. Now Malachi ducks inside, fires it to the open man Karaban out front to Ryba. Karaban takes a handoff back, still 10 to shoot. Alex fires it in the near corner. Malachi can't get a shot off. Crossover, tries to get in the paint. Lost it. It's loose, and Stewart threw it up there. He caught the rim. Maybe he didn't. It's a shot clock violation. That was pretty ugly. UConn, a lot of dribbling and not much going on positively, so it'll be Texas ball.
Huskies played so well in the first half to only had 6 turnovers. They've got 4 in the second half.
Vokatitis comes back in. And again, we mentioned he averages 16 points, 6.5 rebounds. He's got 3 rebounds in this one and 3 points. All right, Wilshire across the timeline, right to left on the left sideline. He kicks it over to Kendall Weaver. Now out front it comes to Traore. Wilshire on the left wing has it. Gives it up on the bounce to Vokatitis. Now on the right side, Swain. He's guarded by Stewart. Jeep blows by Stewart. Into the paint. He lost it on the way up. What do we have here? They say it went off a UConn player with 10 seconds, and they're going to review this, I think. All right, the clock is running. It's gone. It's got a mind of its own, apparently. So with UConn up 53-44, 12:57 the clock reads. I think it's going to be adjusted here. And the shot clock has been adjusted to 6 seconds for Texas, so they got to get a shot off quickly.
That's odd because UConn turned it over on that shot clock violation with 13:26, and right now it says 12:57. By my math, that should be 29 seconds. They'd have 1 second left.
Yeah, now they change it to 13:10 and 16 seconds to shoot.
Well, that math does add up.
Okay, Texas to inbound the ball. Dalen Swain gets it in the near corner to Wilshire. Vokatitis trying to work on Ryba. Digs the left shoulder and puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. It's loose. Karaban dives on the floor. It squirts loose, and it's off of UConn. Or is it? Yeah, it is going to be Texas ball right in front of their own bench to our left.
When UConn put Reed on the bench and put Eric Ryba in, that's when they put the big guy, the 7-footer Vokatitis, back in, and that time Ryba was the better player.
Swain, front court left, foul line extended, fires to Wilshire, tries to drive it left, gets it to Vokatitis in the paint, blocked by Ryba. And it comes out to Stewart, quickly to the front court right. Stewie at the foul line extended. Backs away. Tries to drive it left on Vokatitis. He skips it out to Karaban. Karaban thought about a 3. Now he fires it right to Ball. Ball starts to his left, back to Karaban on the near sideline. And outside of Ball. Ball drives inside all the way to the basket. His shot is blocked. Texas comes up with it. It's getting ugly right now as Texas has it in the front court left. And they get it to Weaver. Weaver gives to Wilshire on the right side. Back out front to Weaver. Now in the hands of Swain. And on the top of the key, Traore. Down low to Vokatitis. And he is fouled by Ryba. Vokatitis creates all kinds of contact. I mean, intentionally. And that time he got Ryba to foul him. But I don't like the way he plays. That's baiting your opponent all the time, every single time.
Well, you can really see what I said a moment ago, that as soon as they brought Ryba in, they've gotten the ball every time to Vokatitis, and that last block by Ryba was set up by good defense in the paint by Karaban.
The inbound to Weaver on the left wing. He starts to his right, guarded by Karaban. He fired in the right corner to Swain. Swain jabs with his right foot, guarded by Stewart. One bounce down road to Vokatitis. He tries to go by Ryba, and Ryba... No, they call the foul before the shot. And so that's going to stop play, but that is the 6th team foul on UConn. Only 1 team foul on Texas here with just under 12 minutes to go. So the Huskies have got to be careful. They have some problems with fouls to deal with, and there's a long way to go in the game.
Foul was on Jalen Stewart, even though the attention by the big man, the 7-footer inside, was on Ryba. Ryba did not get called for the foul.
So 3 on Demery, 3 on Mullins, 2 on Ryba, 2 on Stewart as we go to the timeout. UConn basketball brought to you by Johnson Brunetti. Proud to be the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies. UConn 53, Texas 44. From Brown Paint, Harrison Scott, this is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Kohl's Customer Appreciation Event is here, right in time for the gift exchange. Even though everyone pretends gifting isn't a competition, it kinda is. At Kohl's, save on gifts everyone will fight over. From sweaters and flannels to air fryers, toaster ovens, and more. Because deep down, the gift exchange isn't just about giving. It's also about winning. Shop Kohl's and save on top gifts now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end December 14th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
We bleed blue. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NCAA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. With apologies to the University of Texas in Austin, I mentioned their Final Four appearances as 0, way off. They were in the Final Four twice in the 40s, which is another era altogether. But that 2003 team to beat UConn, Wayne, as the 5th ranked team in the country, did get to the Final Four with T.J. Ford, but did not win a championship.
Well, the Huskies had that red-hot shooting first half, 68%, but they're 4 for 14 from the floor in the second half, and that's bringing their overall shooting down to 54%, while Texas has missed its last 5 shots. They're 3 for 9 after halftime and 41% for the game. But that key stat, rebounding, Texas is a very good rebounding team. Tonight it's even, 21-21, as Texas has 9 offensive rebounds. UConn has 7 offensive rebounds. These teams have played some classic games over the years. We've identified a couple of them early on. One of them was in 2011 before UConn won the national championship. They were playing down in Austin, and they won the game 82-81 over Texas. And the memorable shot in that game was a three-pointer, almost a desperation three-pointer in the closing seconds of regulation by Kemba Walker, and he shot it off his right hip. I don't know how he got that shot off, but the ball went in, and the Huskies eventually won the game in overtime. It was also a game when Rodney Smith got a big rebound late, and he threw the ball well over the baseline length of court, landed in a cheerleader's megaphone, and that gave the ball back to Texas, but they still lost by a point.
Volkatitis made a free throw in the meanwhile. That's a funny story. Volkatitis now has 4 points, gets another opportunity.
Fouled by Jalen Stewart on this.
Texas 10 of 15. Volkatitis misses the second one. Jaden Ross rebounds. So Ross, Malachi Smith, Ryba, Caravan, and Stewart right now for UConn. Ross out front to Stewart, front court right now. Malachi Smith on the left sideline gives to Caravan, who cuts into the paint. Back to Malachi. Malachi, big screen by Caravan. They try to go pick and roll. Saved by Ross. And they say he stood on the baseline. I don't know if he did. No, he did not. UConn saved the ball, and the officials make a change. They discuss it. It'll be UConn basketball, 12 to shoot to our right, near their own bench. Malachi holds there and looks, and now he's in trouble, and he has to get rid of it. He does get it to Ryba, but it's a 5-second violation.
It seemed like more like 6. Kind of like that 5-second violation Florida had late in the game that Florida coach Todd Golden complained about, saying they timed in the locker room and said 4.7.
Yeah.
I don't know how reliable social media is. I think it's not, but I did see one replay on social media that showed it was more like 5.5. It was a good call by the officials late in that game.
It just didn't feel like 5 seconds, but that doesn't matter. It's the officials' count that matters. Texas front court left. Swain on the right, down low to Volkatitis, and they steal it from him. He's bobbing his head around like he got crushed, but he didn't get touched. Here's Caravan on the right wing to Malachi. Drives inside, gives to Ryba. Ryba lays it in. Nice feed by Malachi across the lane. And the Huskies lead by 10 again, 55-45. A steal by Ross. Ross on a run out. Ross throws it down. Jaden Ross and UConn up by 12, 57-45. And Caravan exhorting the crowd. As suddenly, 10:50 to go, UConn back up by double figures.
Ross, 7th dunk of the year, and he had key plays, steals on 2 consecutive plays.
Here's Wilshire on a double team. Volkatitis dumps it down low, and a foul is called. As Texas, good patience that time, able to get inside the UConn defense, and a foul was called. Let's see who that one's on. Either Ryba or Caravan. It's going to be Ryba, and so Eric's got 4 now. Terrace Reed's got to come back here with 10 minutes and 37 seconds left.
They did switch that foul back. They'd originally given it to Stewart. We talked about that it wasn't on Ryba, but apparently it was on Ryba a few minutes ago because Stewart now only has 1.
Now Ross comes in, Ryba comes out, Reed comes in. Now Terrace only has 1 foul. He's played 20 minutes. Ryba has played only 10 minutes in this game. He'd been averaging close to 25 in the last 5. 2 free throws go in from Kendall Weaver, who averages 7.3 a game, and he's got 5 now.
That steal and dunk by Ross equaled UConn's biggest lead at 12. It's back to 10 now.
All right, 57-47. UConn leads. Front court right is Malachi Smith. Malachi guarded by Jordan Pope. Moves to his left, gives to Caravan at the foul line extended. Dumps down low to Reed. Reed, power move inside, and he is whacked. Volkatitis got him big time. And Reed will go to the line, and Reed is shaken up a little bit. He got hit in the head that time. And so it's the 3rd on Volkatitis. And that'll put Reed on the line, where UConn is 7 of 10. Texas 12 of 18 on the line tonight.
Volkatitis, a transfer from FAU, Florida Atlantic, out of Lithuania, but he averages a whopping 16 points per game. He's been held to 4 in this game on 1 of 4 shooting. Thank you, Terrace Reed, with the assist by Eric Ryba.
Reed misses the free throw off the back rim, 7 of 11. So Stewart, Smith, Caravan, Ross, and Reed right now. UConn's got a lot of flexibility with their lineups, with everybody healthy finally. Reed's second one, no good, and an out. He missed them both. And so Texas, trailing by 10 with 10 minutes to go, moves into the front court left. Swain on the left wing out front of Volkatitis, who tries to spin and attack Reed, and he lays it in. Left-handed. Nice drive, 57-49. Texas back within 8.
They'd gone 7 minutes without a field goal.
Here's Malachi Smith at the UConn logo center court. Starts to his right. Now back to his left. A screen by Stewart. Kicks it to Caravan in the paint. Caravan with a floater. No good. Rebounded by Traore. So here come the Longhorns in the front court. Swain attacks with a Euro. Stolen by Malachi. Now Reed comes. An easy layup coming. And the Huskies turn it over. And that is their 12th turnover of the game. Ross and Stewart come out, 11 turnovers. And now Demery comes back in. Malachi comes out.
That was a beautiful pass by Malachi, who gets the second turnover, but Reed just couldn't hold on to it as he cut in from the right.
All right, so 57-49 UConn, 9:10 to go.
That might have been a dunk.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Here comes Wilshire across the timeline, guarded by Mullins and picked up by Caravan on a switch. Out front to Volkatitis, guarded by Reed. On the left wing, it comes to Pope. Pope starts right. He skip passes over to Wilshire. Wilshire at the hash. Crossover, doesn't shoot it. Now 10 to shoot. Pope on the left, tries to blow by Demery. He moves inside, he puts a floater up, it's no good, and a foul called on Demery. So UConn now 8 team fouls, Texas only 2. UConn has gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle here with their fouling. 16 team fouls. Demery has 4 now. Second man with 4. And here's where your depth is really tested. He's going to have to come to the bench.
That's one thing Dan Hurley's talked about all year long, is how much depth they've got. And you've got a day like today when Demery's having an off day. Malachi Smith has been very good today, despite that recent turnover. He's got 6 assists and 2 turnovers in this game. Hasn't scored, but he's made other players better.
All right, Pope makes both free throws, and the substitution for Texas, Camden Heide, comes in. The junior forward who transferred from Utah and Purdue, now here with Texas. And the Longhorns back within 6, 57-51. Here's Malachi Smith on the right sideline, front court right. Left-hand dribble. Starts to his left. Keeps his dribble. Now tries to penetrate on Heide. He beats him. He lays it up and in. Oh, what a scoop shot by Malachi. That's a big one. UConn 59-51. They really needed that one. Smith with his first bucket. Back the other way. Mark hands it over front court left. Out front it's Pope. Pope guarded by Malachi. Puts it on the floor with a right-hand dribble on a bounce to Wilshire. Wilshire at the right hash. Out front to Mark. He drives inside. He floats it up. He missed everything. Volkaitis rebounds it, and a foul is called on UConn. Uh-oh. What's this one going to be? I think it's on Malachi Smith, and that's a good thing. And Malachi's first because in the vicinity was Terrace Reed. And Terrace can't afford to get fouls right now. Riva's got 4. 8 minutes left and an 8-point lead for UConn. Texas goes to the line.
Although with all the good things Reed has done, he's only committed 1 foul, and that includes defending the 7-footer tonight.
Look at Titus, free throw short. So Texas on the free throw line has not taken advantage of their opportunities. They're at 72% free throw shooting team on the season, but they're 14 of 21 here tonight.
67%. Volkaitis was 14 of 14 on Monday, but he's 2 for 5 before this free throw.
He rolls that one in over the front rim. 59-52 UConn, 8 minutes to go. Malachi Smith, left to right, straight on the basket, starts to his right, and he hands it off to Ball. Ball out front to Caravan. Solo's been quiet, has 6 points. Malachi has it between the rings, straight on. Gives to Mullins. Mullins fadeaway jumper. Good! Oh, man! Elbow jumper 15 feet away by Mullins. And UConn gets what they need from Mullins. A big bucket. 61-52 UConn. 7:40 to go.
Huskies have hit 4 of the last 5 shots.
All right, it's Tremont Mark with a jumper, no good. Checked down by Malachi. And what do we have here? A push foul, I believe, on Texas. And it'll be UConn basketball when we get back from the timeout. 61-52. UConn with 7:29 to go. Yeah, he was pushed that time, Malachi, by Dalen Swain. And it'll be the Huskies ball. That's the 3rd team foul on Texas. UConn basketball sponsored by New Face Home Improvements, locally trusted. For any roofing, siding, windows, doors, or bathroom upgrades, your home is like our home. From Brown Panderas and Scott, 7.5 to go, and UConn by 9. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
When you start your day, be ready with Eyewitness News.
Ready with your first alert to weather changes so the whole family's prepared.
Ready for breaking news to keep your family safe. Ready with a clear look at delays and the best way around them. All so you're ready to start your day.
From overnight breaking news to first alert weather and traffic, together every 10 minutes. Be morning ready with Caitlin Newclow, Tracy McCain, Scott Haney, and Caitlin Francis. Eyewitness News this morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3.
Many college football teams will have a new look and feel this season after taking advantage of the transfer portal. What if you could do the same when it comes to your banking? Dime Bank, a recognized leader in community banking, is welcoming new customers ready to make their own transfer to convenience, innovative products and services, greater access to local lending, and most importantly, a better overall banking experience. It's your bank, your choice, your dime.
Dime Bank, community banking lives here. Member FDIC.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app. For the win! Got it! Let's go! Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. He's got it! So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
This is UConn men's basketball. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy dealers broadcast location.
There's no place like home for the holidays. There's no place like the Jeep Wrap Up the Year sales event for great deals. Hurry into your local Hartford, New Haven Jeep dealer today for festive deals. UConn by 9, 7:29 to go in the game. Foul troubles, Eric Ryba, Silas Demery with 4. The Huskies have made 4 of their last 5 field goals and held Texas without one for 2.5 minutes.
Texas made a couple of runs here in the second half. They made a 5-0 run to cut it to 6, and then UConn answered back with a 6-2 run of their own. And just a few minutes ago, Texas scored 6 straight, but UConn answered with a drive by Smith and a 15-footer by Mullins to build a big lead back to 61-52. Texas has been doing some damage at the free throw line here in the second half. They could make it even a closer game if they'd make a few more. But from the floor, they're shooting 4 of 12. So that's what's keeping UConn to this advantage. Talked about some of the classic UConn-Texas games. UConn has won 8 of the 11 games so far. One of the most memorable, though, was at Gamble Pavilion on January 23rd, 2010. Texas came in ranked number 1 in the nation, and UConn won it 88-74, and it triggered a court storming, one of 3 home court stormings in UConn men's basketball history. The first one was when Tony Robertson against Arizona put up a shot that was goaltended, and the officials said that a basket counts, and UConn won it by 2, and that brought the crowd out from Gamble. And there was one here when R.J. Cole hit a late shot. It was not exactly a buzzer beater, but nonetheless, Cole hit one with about 6 seconds to go to beat Villanova, and I guess then it was the XL Center crowd stormed the court. But it happened against Texas at Gamble back in 2010.
UConn on the season, 13th in the country in steal percentage, 75 steals coming into this one, and they got 7 again tonight. So they're doing that a little bit better this year than they did last year. Here's Mullins dribbling across the timeline, left to right, gives to Caravan, left sideline Malachi Smith, circles right. Now back, top of the arc to Mullins, fakes, doesn't shoot, drives to the basket, try to dump it to Reed, it's intercepted, and here comes Texas. Longhorns coming up, Pope trying to blow by Malachi, puts it up over Caravan, and Caravan fouled him. So Texas trying to make up for some offense here with the running the basketball. Last year, the Xavier team for Sean Miller was one of the best in the country in fast break points, 15 a game. This team doesn't run quite like that, but they tried to do it that time, and they get to the free throw line, and Pope makes the first of 2.
Fast break points, 8-4 now of that free throw, 9-4 in favor of Texas. They're number 14 in the country in fast break points at 19 a game, and UConn's held with 9 before the second free throw.
All right, 2 free throws by Pope, 61-54. He's got 13 to lead the way for Texas. Malachi Smith front court right, gives to Ball. Ball guarded there on a bounce to Caravan out front, back on the right wing. It comes to Malachi Smith. Out front to Solo. High screen by Reed. Solo into the paint. Try to get a shot off. Dumps down to Reed. Reed spins in traffic. Nowhere to go. Goes to his left hand. It's no good. And it's rebounded by Traore. A little jump hook. And here comes Jordan Pope to the front court. Pope on the right wing on a switch. Caravan picks him up. Pope nowhere to go. Pumps it down low to Volokaitis. Back to the basket. Working on Reed. Goes to the left hook. Reed blocked it. Traore rebounded it, but he missed. And the rebound Reed. Outlet Malachi Smith. Smith to the front court on the left wing to our right. Off the high screen of Reed. Back to Mullins. Turns and fires a 3. No good. And rebounded. And a foul is called by Volokaitis.
Terrace Reed holding his ankle.
And Reed went down hard. Hopefully he's okay. Getting up a little slowly. And looks to be okay. So Volokaitis has 3, but still only 4 team fouls by Texas. And Modest Volokaitis goes to the bench. And he's replaced by Lucina Traore. Came from the Ivory Coast. He was also a member of that Xavier team for Sean Miller last year.
Watching Reed walking around, he's out by the 3-point circle and not moving right now, but just that little break as Pat Driscoll ties his shoe, the official helping Reed shake it off.
All right, ball inbounds to our right on the baseline. Looks to get it in. Out front to Caravan. Back to Ball on the left sideline. Back to Alex on the right wing, Malachi. Malachi circles to his left. Between the ring, straight on the basket. He's guarded there by Swain. Starts to his right. Back to his left on a screen by Reed. Malachi ducks underneath, gets it to Reed, but it is fumbled and stolen by Traore. And Texas tried to run a fast break, but the ball thrown away as Swain was running a fly pattern like a football wide receiver. But Texas turns it over, and that's number 13 for them. 5:50 to go. UConn 61-54 over Texas. Things have slowed down offensively. Malachi Smith between the rings, front court right. Fires it left to Mullins. Mullins on the left sideline at the hash. Starts to his right. Into the paint. Puts up a shot. He got a shot block. He got it back. They say it's a jump ball and a possession arrow. Goes to Texas. Jalen Stewart's going to come back in. And let's see who he's replacing. It's going to be Mullins. Mullins leaves with 10 points. He's played 25 minutes. This is more than he's played all year. He might be a little fatigued.
So Stewart replaces Mullins the way Mullins replaced Stewart in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, 5.5 to go. Jordan Pope, front court left, gives it up to Weaver. Now back on the right to Swain. He starts to his right, lost the dribble, regains it, looks to throw it down low. He got it down to Traore. Reed's guarding him. Reed, good D, and Reed comes up with it. Wow. Excellent play by Terrace. He didn't foul him, but he forced the missed shot from point-blank range. And Smith dribbles to the front court right at the Husky logo. It's guarded by Pope. Starts to his left, a screen by Caravan, and a foul is called on Texas. And it's Simeon Wilshire. Finally, now 5 team fouls for Texas. UConn has 10. The Huskies are still a ways away from getting to the line, even for 1-1 here.
Wilshire gets his second foul. The only Texas player in foul trouble is Dalen Swain, their second leading scorer and their top assist man. He's got 4.
All right, here's Malachi. Front court to Reed, top of the key, and he hands off the ball. Ball turns and fires a 3. No good off the back right rim. Rebounded by Traore. So UConn now 8 of 22 in the second half. 0 for 7 from 3. Here's Pope. And a timeout called by Sean Miller. He's going to make some substitutions here. 4:41 to go. Texas only down 7. As UConn, who had 43 points in the first half, they scored 18 in the second half. Both teams have really had their troubles. UConn 0 for their last 4. Texas 1 of their last 11. UConn hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So a timeout. 4:41 to go, and UConn leading by 7. Coverage of the Huskies brought to you by Brown, Penderas & Scott, the proud full-service law firm partner of UConn men's basketball and women's basketball. With BPS Lawyers, you get more than a lawyer. You get a full-service law firm from Brown, Penderas & Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
Is your retirement game plan a well-executed play or just a Hail Mary? I'm Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner at Johnson Brunetti. As the official wealth management sponsor of the UConn Huskies, we've helped over 7,000 families navigate and thrive in retirement. Level up your financial playbook by visiting johnsonbrunetti.com for free financial planning resources. Johnson Brunetti Retirement, your financial playmaker. Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Fight on, Connecticut. This is the UConn Sports Network from Learfield.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds. Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NCAA and the Ad Council.
Tuesday night, we're right back here at People's Bank Arena. Big East play begins. That Modest Butler Bulldogs are 7-2. And they have Providence at home on Saturday tomorrow. Radio pregame on Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Tip shortly after 8:30. Here along the UConn Sports Network, the Varsity Network app, and the varsitynetwork.com.
Huskies were so hot from the floor in the first half, but they're 35% in the second half, down to 52% for the game. They're 0 for 7 from three-point range in the second half. Solo Ball has been the leading scorer each of the last 4 games for UConn, averaging 16 points a game. He's scoreless in the second half, 6 points, 2 of 9 shooting, 0 for 4 from three-point range. It's Alex Karaban who leads the way with 15 points for the Huskies. He's now got 1,502 career points. He passed Kevin Freeman on the career scoring list. And Madison Square Garden on Tuesday night, number 21 all-time. And right now he is about 60 points behind Scott Burrell at number 20.
The Longhorns with it, front court left. It's in the hands of Dalen Swain. They pump it down low to Volkaitis, and he puts up a shot and missed it. He's fouled down low. Either Karaban or Malachi Smith. I think it's Karaban this time. Well, thankfully, Texas has been 4 of 15 from the field in the second half. They've only tried 1-3. They're shooting under 27%. This game has really been a slog in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, they haven't made a 3. They've got 8 points on field goals in the second half. They've got 12 points at the free throw line before these freebies.
And Volkaitis makes the first one, the sophomore center. 7-footer. So it's now 61-55 with 4.5 to go. Texas creeping closer. Second one up. Now that one's good. So the Longhorns back within 5. 61-56. 4:20 to go in the ballgame. Here's Malachi Smith, front court right at the right wing. Guarded by Pope. Fires it left to Terrace Reed. Back to Karaban. Karaban drives it inside. Puts up a shot. They strip him. And on a run out, here comes Dalen Swain. He runs over Jalen Stewart, and a foul is called on Stewart on that drive to the basket. So there'll be 2 free throws for Texas here. A lot of contact on the Karaban attempt. And there's a player down for Texas. Looks like it's Swain. No, I think that's a bad call. I'm sorry. On replay, Stewart was in position. Swain backed into him and ran him over.
So do 15,495 people are booing in the background.
I don't claim to be 100% on these things, but I thought that looked a little funny to me. Swain out of control, back to the basket. Stewart established. How is that a block? Swain at the free throw line and misses. That's called poetic justice, at least in my CYO league.
Why? Because you missed it too?
Oh, of course I missed them. Another attempt for Swain. This one up, and that one is no good. And a loose ball, and Jalen Stewart came up with it. Wow, ball ended up flat on his back. He got undercut that time, and he looks to be okay. 4 minutes to go. Here's Malachi Smith, and a handoff to Solo. Solo guarded by Wiltshire out near the Husky logo. Gives it on a bounce to Malachi. Malachi starts left. Out front to Reed on a handoff to Solo. Solo guarded by Swain on a switch. Down to 7, down to 6. Got to get rid of it. Karaban with it. Back to Solo. Huskies have got to get a bomb off, and ball fires. And he hit that from Asylum Street. A 3-ball. Here's Wilshire on a drive. Blocked by Reed. Rebounded on the outlet to Ball. He just threw in a 45-footer. Here's Karaban for 3. Yes! Oh, back-to-back triples. Oh, Sean Miller, heartbroken, calls the timeout. And the Huskies have lit it up with back-to-back triples. 3:19 to go. Are you kidding me? Listen to this crowd. A timeout on the floor. UConn 67-56. Solo Ball just beat the shot clock from 40-plus feet. On the go, want to stay connected to live college sports around the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android with new features this season. Easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the free Varsity Network app now. 10 seconds for station ID, then these messages. Presented by Brown, Penderas, and Scott. This is UConn men's basketball on Learfield.
At M&T Bank, we're continuously working to provide value to our customers. Like Lou, the CEO of UFOS, a revolutionary footwear brand.
I think the thing I like most about working with M&T Bank is knowing they care. They sincerely care about us as a company. It's not just about the business transaction. They personally care about our business and our success and would make decisions that go above and beyond to achieve that.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together. Member FDIC.
Hey, Husky fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UConn basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the UConn Huskies. Let's go Huskies! SeatGeek.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The UConn Huskies are on the air. Now back to our Connecticut Chevy Dealers broadcast location.
After the game, the Hart Auto Group post-game show has highlights Dan Hurley's post-game interview, stats and scores, courtesy of Hart Auto Group, a proud sponsor of UConn Athletics, bringing you championship deals every day. Got to drive Hart. Shop in-store or online at hartcars.com. Just a moment ago, Wayne, one of the best sequences of the season, as all night, all right, Alex Caravan delivered a three on top of solo ball.
Back Caravan got the assist on that pass. The ball almost lost out of bounds on the right sideline out toward midcourt. The shot clock was running down. He let it fly, and bingo, got the three. Caravan did get the assist at the other end. Terrace Reed blocked Wilcher, and UConn got it going the other way, and Alex Caravan hit a three. So the Huskies have not made a three-pointer in the second half. Then back-to-back, 8th assist for Malachi Smith in the Caravan three.
Texas rushes it to the front court left. They give it up to Pope. Pope fires a three over Malachi. Back rim, no good. It's rebounded by Kendall Weaver. Kicks it back out to Pope on the left sideline. Pope starts right with a right-hand dribble. Guarded by Malachi. Fires it on the right. It's in the hands of Tremont Mark, whose jumper is good. It's a three ball over Jalen Stewart. And the answer from Texas gets them back within 8, 67-59. Now Malachi against pressure, across the timeline, left to right, and a handoff to Ball. It's guarded by Weaver. Ball at the UConn logo. Fires it left to Malachi Smith at the left sideline. Now it's in the hands of Stewart at the left hash. Stewart holds, jabs, gives to Caravan. Caravan with a smaller man, Kendall Weaver on him. Caravan back out front to Stewart. Stewart back to Caravan. Down to 4. They're down to 5. Here comes Caravan into the paint, nowhere to go. Puts up a floater, and a shot is blocked. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. That's a shot clock violation. UConn just could not penetrate the defense of Texas. And so the Longhorns get the ball back. 67-59, UConn by 8. 2:15 to go. Tremont Mark, who's had a pretty good night, 13 points, has the ball between the rings. He's guarded by Stewart. Now he fires it right to Traore, and a handoff to Jordan Pope outside the arc. Almost stolen by Malachi, deflected into the backcourt. Pope has to pick it up. He returns right to left, starts to his left. Little rip-through dribble, and a shot goes up, and it drops in off the back rim by Jordan Pope. He got the bounce, and Texas, with 1:50 to go, is back within 6, 67-61. Pope with 15 leads the way. Timeout, Dan Hurley. 1:43 to go, as Texas will not go away in this one. Tomorrow night on the left coast, the UConn women and USC Trojans will meet. 4th time in 2 seasons, this time at the Galen Center in L.A. Bob Joyce, Deb Fisk have all the action beginning at 5 p.m. tomorrow on the UConn Sports Network, the Varsity Network app, and the varsitynetwork.com. So timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second. We'll keep it here. So Texas, Wayne, they needed to get a couple buckets, and they got what they needed.
And the Huskies have struggled a bit offensively. I mean, look at that one sequence where Solo Ball hit that 3. They nearly had a shot clock violation there. They later had one when Caravan got blocked and they had a shot clock violation. They've not run some good offense except for that one 3-pointer that Caravan got earlier. So I think Hurley wants to draw some stuff up on the sidelines and get the offense going again. They were so good in the first half. They have had 2 of the last 3 shots go in, but still, you've got to get some key baskets here in the final minute and 43 seconds. And you've also got to find a way defensively to keep Texas off the free throw line. And one of the Texas better free throw shooters, Dalen Swain, is 3 for 8 from the free throw line. He's 83% of the season coming in. That's 5 points right there, and they're down by 6, 67-61.
Yeah, UConn 7 of 12 from the line. Both teams have missed free throws, but Texas has missed 9. And they'd love to have some of those back right now. Malachi Smith will inbound next to the UConn bench. Right in front of us on the right sideline. It's being pressured by Traore. Minute 43 to go. UConn's got a couple timeouts, and Texas has 1 timeout left. Only 5 team fouls on Texas, so they can give up a foul here without having to look at free throws. Here's Malachi driving it right, backs away, 14 to shoot. Into the paint, step back 17-footer, and he knocks it down straight away. Malachi Smith. Oh, that's a big one. 69-61, a minute 20 to go.
I would guess Coach Hurley drew that up on the sideline.
All right, here is Mark on the right side. They give it up to Pope. Pope out front, guarded by Malachi, tries to beat him off the dribble. Now drives inside, can't get a shot off. Gives it up, now launches a 3. No good. Rebound, and a foul on Texas. Ball had great position. He was fouled from behind by Kendall Weaver with a minute 3 to go. And UConn leading 69-61. Yet, no free throws yet for UConn. It'd have to be another foul before they'd go 1-1.
Didn't like that shot by Pope. I thought that it was too much of a rushed shot. I realized they got to score in a hurry here, but also a man was in his face. And then UConn eventually got the defensive rebound by Solo Ball, who's got 4 boards.
All right, Texas makes substitutions, and so does UConn. Silas Demery comes back. He's got 4 fouls, but UConn with a minute 3 left needs ball handlers. And Malachi
and they need defenders, too.
Yeah, Malachi and Demery will be in the backcourt as Caravan inbounds to Demery. Demery across the timeline with a left-hand dribble, and a ball knocked out of bounds from behind that time by Tremont Mark. So 54.7 left in the game, 22 seconds to shoot. UConn with an 8-point lead. Caravan gets it into Malachi Smith. Malachi starts across the timeline, being hounded by Pope. He does get across the timeline. Stands at the Husky logo. Still 12 to shoot. He's fouled from behind by Jordan Pope. Sean Miller's really upset at Jordan Pope. He is really mad at him. I don't know why. He wanted to stop the clock, and I don't think Sean Miller wanted a foul. And a foul was committed by Jordan Pope, so that puts Malachi Smith on the line to shoot 1-1.
There was some talk about playing the 2 bigs together, Reed and Ryba. Huskies haven't done that, I don't think at all tonight. They've done it very little, but they've got the 2 point guards on the floor at the same time now, too, and Smith and Demery for ball handling.
The front end of the 1-1, Malachi short and rebounded by Texas. Here they come. Tremont Mark, front court. To our left, crossover behind the back, tried to get a shot off, couldn't do it. Now he ducks underneath and gets a layup. Wow. And a timeout called by Sean Miller. 34.4 left. UConn leading 69-63. And we're going to keep it here. It's going to be a full timeout. The Huskies will shoot 1-1 on the next foul. UConn has put Texas in the double bonus. No timeouts remaining for Texas. 2 for UConn. As Alex Caravan, Wayne, he leads all Big East players in minutes played per game, over 33. He's played 35 tonight. Boy, he is an Iron Man. He's got 18 tonight, 8 of 14 from the field. Got 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a couple of threes, and that big one just a moment ago that gave UConn the double-digit lead.
equal to season high with 39 minutes on Tuesday at Madison Square Garden. Huskies have fouled too much here in the second half, putting Texas at the line too much. Texas not doing a good job converting on that, though. Although 70% in the second half is not chopped liver the way they shoot free throws. But from the floor, Texas began the second half 4 for 17, doing most of their scoring from the foul line. However, they've hit 3 of the last 4 shots from the floor.
UConn has 22 assists in this game, well above their average. Huskies coming in at 179 assists in 10 games, 18 a game, 95 turnovers. They've had a bunch of turnovers in this one, 15 by UConn, but still 22 assists tells you how well they share the ball.
Sean Miller coached at Xavier twice, gone 3-4 against Dan Hurley in his last 3 years at Xavier. Played at Pittsburgh, class of 92, played 9 games against UConn, went 5-4. Had a lot of assists early on when he had guys like Jerome Lane and Charles Smith to pass to. Then became a scorer in the last couple of years.
Right, full court pressure. Huskies get it into Malachi Smith, and ahead of the field, Jalen Stewart, and Stewart will hammer it home as UConn breaks the full court pressure, leads by 8, 25 seconds left. It's in the hands of Tremont Markwood, drives to the basket over Caravan, missed the layup. And they got the rebound. It kicked out to Wilshire, and he misses the 3. It's batted around, and guess who? Alex Caravan, all night, all right, has the final rebound, and UConn will run the clock out. So Texas pushes the Huskies, but they cannot get over the top as Ball will dribble out the final seconds, and that'll do it. UConn goes to 10-1. Sean Miller, 7-4 with Texas. And the Huskies get ready because the Big East season begins next Tuesday right here at the Vault. They lock this one up by a final of 71-63.
Certainly the definitive moments in this game came after Texas had cut the lead down to 5 with 4 minutes to go. And then that crazy long desperation 3 that went in by solo ball from Alex Caravan, the Terrace Reed block of Wilshire, and then Caravan came down and hit a 3. So in a span of about 20 seconds, UConn scored 6 straight points to build the lead back to double figures, and Texas never recovered.
I'm not a great believer in omens, Wayne, but when Ball did what he did, that might be something we remember in the next couple of months, because that was a necessary shot, and he made a bomb from 45 feet or 40 feet or so to get UConn a little breathing room.
And Solo Ball, who had shot better from 3 in the last 3 games, 40%, 8 of 20 after a slump before that. He was one